thing. It's like one backing arrangement doesn't make any sense.
That's hard for me to
You don't realize you're there.
Yes, they would well. That's right. He knows more about that stuff than anybody.
Yeah.
fair enough, but even just
Cool.
I mean, when the beat
Then seemed in for something. Lots of options. We'll be done by then, I presume? With backgammon? We need to be if I'm going to play. Yeah. But I guess a bunch of backgammon. Yo. Yeah. Is the I think Andy said the stream or computer crashed, so she had to restart it. So I thought we were waiting for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not like. I know what I need to know to be able to play at like a top level of tournament or something like that. But like I know what I'm missing there, if that makes sense. Like how to edge out and ICM kind of implications, all these fun things. But yeah, in general, I know how to navigate them very well. I don't know all like there's like shoves, like there's whole charts for like exactly how you need to play every hand when you have a hand that you just shove or fold kind of thing. So I haven't studied that super deep, but I have an idea of like how hands change and all that. I don't know. I'll probably get stuff there. Cool. All right, I think we are back. Are we back? Maybe we're back. About to play with Michael Niagu and reigning champ from last year. He split it with his girlfriend, partner, Layla. Yeah. And Jacob Bicknell on top. Yeah. I'm good to go. Yeah. Let's play some backgammon. Michael Niagu plays sharp. I don't know if he has a Grandmaster title or not. He should.
He's close, though.
Yeah.
He's from Canada.
He is a Canadian.
Bicknell's a local.
Whatever you happen to think of that. Bicknell is a local. He's younger, right? 5'4" open?
By a lot.
Yeah.
And Diego's a mathematical genius.
Okay. I didn't know that. He likes to open with down, I see, on the 6-2. 4-2 is going to make a point. Yeah, I think maybe I got to see Jacob Bicknell play some against the other, was that who was playing against John Iso? After down, you hate to see the double fives, by the way. And he's going to play tight instead of 6-2 gets to hit. Nice shot. And 5-6. Not sure. Maybe we need to split or run something from the back checkers. Yeah, running seems okay. 2-3 is going to hit for sure, and then I guess just clean up. I don't really know why we need the extra volatility of the checkers around, but look at that. XG actually likes to play a little bigger here. He definitely has a more pure position, and Jacob going to have a challenging time bringing this one home with how inflexible his position's gotten very early. So he's going to need to do a lot to get those back checkers moving. His focus is in the right place. XG wants him to split that 24, but as long as he's moving back there, he's got the right idea.
Water bottles.
And with an even race and better position, Michael's already thinking about sending this cube. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought that we had anything, but we are right on the borderline, so he's sharp here. These are, when we get into these kind of funky positions, front-loaded and all these kinds of things, it's hard for me to know exactly where I'm at. I get a little bit lost, but Michael obviously fresh on this stuff, and we'll see what Jacob wants to do with it. Six one can make the 5 point. Beautiful shot. Oh, look at this. Pointing out ahead on the 7's a little better, though. Reduced flexibility. Yeah, if we let our opponent make the 24 point, or sorry, the 18 point, I guess that's like really the best thing that can happen to this position when he's so overrun and doing well in the race. So we just need to stop that, like prevent the anchor. And that takes priority over making the 5 point here. Unusual. This can be a tough one to find. Just so ingrained in our head that we always make the 5 point. But yeah, he sees how much he's given up. I think Michael's going to have the right idea here. Very sharp player for sure. Sorry about having to restart the stream. Sometimes we have computer crashes and things like that, so I see y'all trickling back in. Hope everyone finds it in time. Yeah. Totally understandable to make the 5 point there. When his opponent doesn't roll a 6, he's very happy to have done that. So this, for example, not bad. I think on this sequence that making the 5 points probably actually better. 4-3 gets to play 2 down. No worries about being in back. Just keep pressure on the whole board. Try to make the priming point, and easy ride for Michael for the most part. 2-1 gets to make the bar point now. I think that's better than making the 9. Even though it leaves more blocks, it does directly interact with that 24 point. I don't see this being the idea since the 10 point isn't really of any priming value. But I could see choosing to make the 9 point. Chooses the 7 after all. Well found. 2-4 gets to make another point. Okay, and Jacob's position is coming together now. He's got decent chances here, even though he's primed in. So offensively, it's come together way better than he ever could have hoped, but defensively, he's in a lot of trouble. 5-5 is going to overrun the position. I don't think he needs to tempo hit or anything like this. I think just playing safe, but oh, look at this. It is worth it. Okay, very close. I guess we're just hoping to buy time to get up to the edge with the deuce and maybe make the 22, find some life that way. Okay, he decided that for sure he's tempo hitting and then finding the last 3. Well found by him. 3-6 is going to fan. Okay, and we'll see what he can do with it. No way to cover and step up other than double 2s. 6-4, not what he was looking for. So we're going to slot another point for sure. And I guess just coming off the 8 with the next one as well. What else can you do? He's going to look for some other option, but he's going to... There's nothing else there. And double aces is going to full punish. Okay, we're going to hit both blocks. We're going to spread out 6-5. And I guess we might as well play 13-12 as well. Oh, he advances instead and has the ace to play there. Okay. Don't know if we need to play that tight, but he's ready to attack and prevent that second anchor for sure. 3-2 is this? Looks like. I think he should hit loose, but he is against a 4-point board, so it's a little scary. Maybe letting our opponent make the 23 with no timing is fine. Yeah, I think maybe... Or look at it. Okay, they're very close. Yeah, because we can get in a little trouble here when we get checkers behind, but I think he has enough timing that he's okay for now. So ace should come in, and I think 5 needs to pop out for that reason to make sure he doesn't get in any priming trouble. 2-4. So he's got his back game, but nothing to do with the 4. It's tempting to make crazy plays here and try to get checkers recirculated somehow, but yeah, I think the same thing is going to save gammons. 4 should probably slot the back. Oh, he's just going to cover the outfield instead. Okay. And bring a builder in. Yeah. I don't mind slotting the back here, though. I guess it does leave some super jokers. Yeah, I think we just have to go full back game mode now somehow. Maybe 5 days is the best with that. Neither of them are good, but I would hope at least that we put our opponent in the air and get them to hit a lot of things, but they can fan sometimes too. The issue with 6-2 is that they might just choose on a 6 to like not hit anything. There's nothing that really can force a hit. So he goes for the hit. Yeah, I like that idea. XG doesn't always. And I think Michael's going to want to leave the checker on the ace and hit high instead and recirculate that checker. The checker on the ace is out of play and we're happy with it there. We can let the position continue to overrun from there. No need to pick up both checkers. He's going to win a ton of gammons either way here. Last match was Bob and Akiko, but this match is Michael Niagu taking on Jacob Bignell. Michael Niagu playing the brown checkers on bottom, white checkers on top. So you can go back to the previous stream to see Bob and Akiko. It was a relatively short match. A little bit one-sided. Okay, Michael wants to play for more here and take the back checker and try to pick up 2. There are a few more gammons here, not a big mistake or anything like that. Full back game mode is 6-2, but yeah, probably sane to play 5 ace. And forced to recirculate that checker as well. Okay, but he gets to hit loose there. And this could reasonably, with some good, like, fortunate fanning, end up timed and salvageable, at least, for Jacob. Yeah, so he wants to step up and cover. That looks good. Yeah, Jacob just looking to fan a lot. Or to have Michael play really fast with some sets. Welcome back, Sindile Ren, though. I forget what you said your real name was. 2 something, okay. Keeps one out at least. I missed exactly how he played. Oops, I'm behind now. Let's just play like this. 2-5, and then he will play like this. Oop. And then we'll play okay, I think we're getting close to on. Did he get hit there somehow? Oh, we still have a checker outside somewhere. All right, I'm off on the transcription. What can we do? And he gets hit. Okay, so I'll catch up on this soon. Sorry, I lost it somewhere there. Oh, maybe I can catch up on the stream here. I can try to do that. All right, I'm gonna let them go for a little bit and see if I can catch up. But yeah, Jacob is finding a way back in this game. Okay. Michael got back around and took a bunch of checkers off. Okay, looks likely to win a gammon. This got messy. Yeah, you're seeing way behind on the transcription. Sorry, I'm catching up that way. This is so funny that this game is still going on the other screen. I'm catching up on it. Super fun. So crazy.
There's a whole sea downstairs still. The players down here.
I'm gonna play upstairs. Talking to anyone.
I can't believe they're still playing this game. We got a recube in at some point. Okay. Can you ask Andy to have them pause for a second after this game?
After the game?
Yeah, yeah. Just want to catch up on transcription. It'll be behind on here. Maybe not that good looking either way, but
After the game?
yeah. 4-2. Oh, before he rolls a 4-2. Never mind. So now we have a cube. And I know Michael's going to take. Sorry, so the transcription is going to be behind, but you can watch all the feedback from there. I just want it for the rest of the match. I guess, I don't know, maybe this wasn't the best way to do this. What can you do, though? 5-4 is going to close out. Beautiful. Oh, I'm watching on delay. My bad. I'm not going to talk. Well, I catch up here. Yeah, I forgot the better thing with the delay is just to let it go and try to catch up with the position later.
For the first roll.
I won't do that again. My bad, y'all. Oh, Michael right back in this now. Not right back in this. Quite likely to lose. Looks like he did lose. All right. Transcription's a little hosed either way, too, so whatever.
I have paper as well. Oh, you do? I left it down there. If you want to get another one, I do. Yeah, let me grab it. All right, I'll be back down there.
All right, I'm caught up on transcription. How do you guys like that? I'm going to go tell them they can start again. Sorry about that silliness. I'm going to get back in chat here with you two. Good, just 11 of us anyway. All right. 1-3 to start, got it. Two. It's going to be another one where they're playing fast, and I have to keep up somehow and pay a lot of attention to the transcription, apparently. 6-1 would love to make the bar point, but it leaves a direct shot, so maybe not worth it. Maybe we can just split and play 6-5. Yeah, that looks nice. Common solution to that sort of 6-1 in the early game after we've made a point. Stacking the 5th checker on the 6, not desirable, though. We don't like so many frozen up on 1 point like that. Common in the early game that we just can't afford to play so stiff. 5-1, not a lot of options, but the slot, okay. Double 4s doesn't hit anything. It can make the blocking 9 and advance to the anchor. That looks beautiful. Very nice roll. Solves a lot of problems. And 4-1. That can cover, make a blocking point. Maybe we just put a checker in front of the anchor again too. Play down. I like that. Invite him to come off his anchor. 4 something. 4-5. So he is going to take the opportunity to hit with tempo. I think that's reasonable. What did XG want us to do? Oh, double Falcon instead. Okay. 2-3 can enter deep and hit loose. Yeah, I think Michael's got to try something here. He's got his anchor to protect him too. What is this? Is 2-3 is going to return fire. Okay. 4 back from Michael now. And so with the match lead, it's going to be tough for Jacob to double this anyway, but position looking good for him. 5-3 is going to hit 2. Okay. Now he's got a back game with 6 checkers back. I think Michael's got the timing to potentially survive this, though. He's got to make sure that he finds a way to mobilize those checkers, the extra 2 back there. But pips-wise, he's good for now. So 6-2 should be a priority to run 23 to 15 in this kind of position. And he does, okay. 3-1. I don't see much building, and we don't really love hitting here, actually. I guess we don't mind putting it behind. Spreading out 6-5 looks nice, or we could lift. I don't really know. I guess for lack of options, maybe I'm okay with hitting. I mean, it's kind of helping his timing potentially, though, so you got to be nervous about that a little bit. I guess maybe we want the diversification of the checker on the 23 here. Either way, we're going to enter with one and play down with the other. Would be nice to slot the 5 too. Yeah. Okay, he wants to enter high instead, though, to make sure he's not trapped off his anchor, maybe might be the idea. And the 2 he just likes a little better, I think. It's probably part of it as well. Okay, finds the best play after all. 4-3, this can make the bar point. Beautiful improvement. That's really going to restrict mobility of those extra checkers back, which is going to make this difficult for Michael to time. So the only liability to White's position really is those extra checkers on the 6 and 5. Doesn't represent a whole lot of flexibility and going to be difficult to fill in the 4 points. But otherwise, this looks great. 3-1, yeah, Michael needs to get at the edge and have a chance at escaping. And doesn't mind having another checker sent back from the midpoint, I guess. I don't know if I want that behind the prime or not. 4-1 is this? Yeah, sure. So we can just point on head, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to use the ace to hit. I don't know if we want to give up the prime or not. Oh, we could hit 2. That's an interesting idea, too. I like that. 1-6, 1's going to enter, and the 6 is definitely going to have to hit. So it's going to ruin our timing a little bit, but at least we get the mobility of the back checker. That's way more important there. 5-4, 5 enters, and I don't see any hits or anything like that with the 4. Maybe we just want to clean a checker up and have one less to deal with. So maybe we clean up the double shot, 13 to 9. Just running's fine, though. Okay, interesting. I probably would have cleaned up as well. 6-6. Okay, we're running out of timing quickly, so maybe we're going to need to make the 17. We can hit loose from the 17. Okay. Yeah, and then come out with both. I like this. This looks like the right idea. Think we need a blockade or something to prevent ourselves from being 6 prime kind of, or just play in the center there. It just seems like too much to hope for to try to keep the back game at this point. So I think we're coming out for sure. Yep. What is this? Oh, he could come out twice and make the 11 as well. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable too. As long as we're coming out with 2. Trying to find some way to make sure he sees all the options here. Sides on the loose hit after all. I like it. These are Wycliffe boards here. Really pretty ones too. I like the color schemes on them. Think 6 should just run. Don't waste any pips getting home. Oh, he should make sure that another anchor doesn't get made with the better board. Interesting. That's a tough one to find there. Would have been a very heads-up play to play 7 ace there. Ace 3 does end up making the second anchor again, so Michael with some life again. I think he should be happy to clean up 13 to 10 here. Doesn't want that timing behind the prime necessarily. And he's got plenty of timing otherwise, I think. Well, not plenty, but good enough. Good enough. 2 something. So is it a 4-2? Yeah, okay. Think we just keep going in these kinds of spots. Make sure we don't waste any pips on the front position and just try to get around while we have the time before we start cracking. Double 6s is too fast for Michael, but it's going to make a 4 prime, so he's got some offense here. Going to be a tall order to escape all 4 of those checkers, though. 3-5 pops right out. Beautiful roll for Jacob. And 6 what? 6-4, okay. Trying to hang on to the timing. 51 pips is not enough, so I guess at normal scores we'd be thinking about a cube. And look at this, we should actually think about it at the leading score too. Gonna miss a small one there. Two, 1, okay, gets to make the point on the 3. And 4-1 doesn't look like he can build any new points. I guess we can play for distribution 9-4. I don't really mind being, but we're just supposed to clean up the blot to avoid leaving any fly shots. They're pretty destructive against a 4-point board. Double 2s. Doesn't have enough timing to stay, but I don't think he can leave the back anchor. So yeah, best he can do is just slot the deuce. Aces is gonna advance forward. That looks beautiful and get some distribution 5-4. Missing cubes for sure now. So we can just play 2 in. I don't think he wants to run out the front yet, but he's supposed to pass no matter what, so it doesn't care too much about the play. And worries about the timing enough that he's just going to run off it now. Okay. 5-2 can point on head. Beautiful shot after running off that anchor. And now he is playing on 2 good, I suppose, is what's going on. 2-1, advancing to the 23 is going to be a huge improvement here. Should save some gammons at least, but very difficult to win this. Still playing on 2 good. 4-3 can clear a point. Very nice. And double 4s. This is stuck playing in with everything and a little bit front-loaded. Getting into problems here. Really needs an ace to step up and then a 6 out quickly. And Jacob is ready to cube this. Okay, this is going to be too good, and Michael's going to have an easy pass here even at the leading score. Hi, Dustin. What is star? I don't know what this means. 6-4 opening for Michael, trailing 11 away, 6 away. Let's make the 2 points. 4-1, not going to want to split after our opponent makes a deep point, so I like the slotting play even as the leader. 4 what? 4-1. It's going to hit and step up. Yeah, no better ace. Don't want to volunteer a shot. 5-3, I think wants to enter high and hit again. Try to fight for an anchor and a good point. 3-6, gets to hit in the outfield. Nice return for Michael. And 3-2 can make the best point on the board, the 20 point there. No way to cover the offensive 5. 2-1 is going to send another checker back. So Jacob's stuck in not quite a back game very early here, but he does have 2 anchors. Needs to improve the 24 point to something, or else establish that 3 point, the 22 points. Yeah, 6 must just get moving or come around or something like this. I think this seems fine. Shouldn't be a big difference. And that's a big improvement. Really needs that 22 point. Can slot now too. Needs to figure out what game he's going to be able to time most. Not in a big hurry to run off of anything quite yet, though. 3-1 just gets to advance points. 6-2 can't make anything new. So I think probably just 2 down here. Not too much board strength to be worried about yet. That's all my food if you're wondering, Paul. Yeah. 5-1 is just going to cover the bar point. Make a little bit of offensive structure to be ready when he does get a hit. 4-1 gets to cover the 7 point twice. I don't think there's much stronger than that. Oh, interesting. He should slot with this. That's pretty wild. Early in the game. I would not find that. But Michael's looking for other options here. Okay, advances a little bit instead of making it twice. Sure, that's fine. Double 3s, yeah, I can make a 3 anchor there, and I think that's the best we can do at this, advancing and blocking all those points and not letting Michael make any progress there. 2-1 probably doesn't want to establish a 10 point just to have to clear it later. I wouldn't have thought. I would have been just playing 10-7 and hoping for flexibility there. For some reason, XG wants to make the 10 point here. ++ confirms it too. I guess it can restrict movement on some rolls or something like this. I'm not really sure. I don't really see a lot. I guess we don't have a whole lot of low numbers to play otherwise. Maybe that'll allow us to clear the point for some flexibility later. Tough one for me. Hard to know how to play with the deuce point made behind this triple anchor game regardless, though. Nothing's going to be comfortable. And he does make the 10 point. Nice find, Michael. 4-1 is just playing down. Okay, seems fine. Double 6s is going to speed things along. I think it's going to be forced to make the ace point. I'm not sure why we would choose to play 8 to deuce instead, other than that, like I guess it clears faster or something, but oh, look at this. It is better. Okay, very strange. I wouldn't have thought of that at all. Again. 4-1, slotting points, making the 8. Out of order isn't so important. 3 what? 3-1, I guess? Or is it 3-4? It must be 3-1. Because I don't think there's any reason that he wouldn't just clear them both. Yeah. Got to volunteer a shot somewhere, get a checker in, why not? And 6s and 5 hits. It looks like he didn't roll either. 3-1 for Jacob as well. Jacob with a very strong hold in here, going to limit cubes for quite some time. 4-6 allows him to play safe now, the distribution he had, so I guess that was going to work either way. Double 2s, or is this 2-1? Looks like 2-1. And yeah, against the 3 anchors, I guess I'm not sure if Michael's ever going to have a cube here. Only the 6 to play, no 3. So yeah, might as well clear from the rear. I don't know why. I don't think it reduces shots to do this, so I'm not sure. I don't see any duplication. Don't see any good reason to clear the first one instead. Keep it simple. Checker's buried behind, and I wonder if Jacob is a favorite in this game. 4-6. I mean, he should be now. But yeah, he was after before hitting here even. 4 hits, 6 covers. And 2 6s is going to pop out. Okay, that's good chances for Michael. Still in trouble, though. 6-3 reaches. Nice shot. And 2-5 gets to try to pop out again. Very nice shot for Michael. 2-1 is going to hit. I'm not sure what the deuce is going to do. I guess why not 10-8. Gives up a 2-6, but Oh, he could lift and leave nothing. Maybe that's a little bit better. I don't know. All right, plays bold instead with all the anchors behind. I think that makes a lot of sense. 5-6 fans. Is this enough yet? Yeah, it's a double and a pass even at the score. He's going to roll through it. The ace can make the bar point for sure, and then the 2 probably needs to step up for mobility, and he's got complete control of this game now. 2-1. Just barely has some room to play that ace from 2 to ace. 6-3 needs to make sure we're containing the outfield the best we can, so probably 22 and 20 out. Yeah, I like that play. Maybe there was something that got in better reach. I don't know. 6-2 is going to run. So yeah, maybe I need to be able to see this better. The deuce could hit behind. Do we want a second blot involved? I don't think so. I think it's probably better to come into range, but no, he should hit, and Michael finds that. Well played. 2-6 fans, and he buys just enough time to maybe get away with this. And as the trailer, he wants to pause to think about the cube, and he does have a pass with so many gammons when this works already. Wow. Nice find, and this feels like a difficult one to pass, but I think I saw both players passing quite a few games earlier when it was John and Jacob playing. So maybe he'll want to protect his score lead and just let this one go. Difficult decision with such a strong board, so much good contact. You must feel like you can win almost 40% of games, so the gammons are just too much here at the score. He is going to take, not a big mistake available there. So let's see if Michael can get back 4 points and into this game again. 3 is going to cover, and then the 4, I guess, is going to come into range to try to hit another checker, I think. Try to win that gammon, all the way up to 40% now. What else would the 4 be? I don't think it creates too many new numbers. 3-4 hits already. Okay. Tries to reduce shots instead. And 3-6 means I think he wasn't getting hit either way. 6-4. That links up. Wow, very nice shot. And that's going to help him win the game at least. Not sure about a gammon anymore, though. So it came out pretty well for the take, I think, here. Clears the bar point. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it did not come out so well for the take. What am I talking about? 6 in, ace in, starting to focus on crossovers and making sure he saves the gammon. Just 6s and 5s blot there. So the 3, okay, he wants to stay even, but maybe it's better to start pre-clearing, I would think, yeah. 3-1 gets a crossover, 2 crossovers. I like that. 14 to 11 and 7 to 6 seems fine. 3-1. Well, now I don't think we can have no 4s. So I think it's going to be pretty important to play 6-3 now. Just leaves too many shots when we play like this. I've learned that when we start to blot, like gap this much, trying to bear off aggressively, it just costs too much. 5-4. I guess 2 more crossovers, it looks like to me. Well, I wasn't thinking that way, but that works. I like the 5 in, and maybe the 16 to 12 was my idea. XG had different ones, and he had different ones. 2-2, how do we maximize here? Guess we have to stay back. We can get all the way to the... Oh, he's not going to take the extra crossover in by playing 12 to 6. Okay. 5-4 clears. And we'll see if Jacob can save this gammon. Looks like he's a big favorite to do so. 4-3. Tough to get 2 crossovers here. Oh, what did he play there? 4-3, okay. Ooh, he's going to waste some pips there. That's going to be very costly in trying to save the gammon. Very much needed to play that perfect 5 into the 6. We'll see what happens here now. Still very likely to save it, but he left a chance where he didn't need to. For Michael to roll a set to end this. If he can't get off now, 6-4 is going to save it though. Action, resign, single game. Nine away, 6 away. At the trailing score, I'd be tempted to play 2 down, but the split is good. Okay. Either way, it's fine. Points on head makes the 11. He's going to make the anchor instead, though. Okay. Just so good interaction with that open 5 point when we make the 11 as well. No cube at the score, I guess, but it's looking pretty strong. 3-1's going to fill in another gap. Really bad fan for Michael. Fans again, and okay, I think we're there now. We actually have a pass already, too. Wow. Here comes the cube. Let's see what Michael wants to do with it. Difficult one to figure out is the trailer, I feel like. He's going to let go. Not so hard for him. Okay. And 9 away, 5 away. Does he want to slot at the trailing score? I think 4-1 still prefers to split in general. (5-1) is going to split in response. And 5-4 gets to make a point. 4 point is very nice, but the stack on the 6 is still awkward. Needs to improve that somehow. 3s is going to make an instaboard, I think. Nice advantage for Jacob already. What can... Ooh, 3-2 is a huge improvement for Michael. Gets to anchor. Doesn't have to worry about all that offense anymore. And let's see what Jacob can do now to follow up. Needs an anchor, some progress in the back of his own. Running going to be fine. And 6-4 gets to hit and probably play down as well. Could hit twice, though. Or he can point on head. Yeah, pointing on head looks a little stronger. More fanning numbers, less shots, returns. 5-3 is going to hit back anyway. So clear advantage for Jacob. And don't have to adjust too much for the score in positions like this, but this is going to save all the game for Michael. I think 2 down, probably giving up the mid's going to be okay. I would rather do that than play 6-2. Okay, a little bit too... They're very close, though. It is also bad to give up the midpoint when he's all the way back on the 21, a little disconnected. And, oh, wow. Jacob wants to pause to think about this cube already. Okay. 3-4 is going to enter and clean up. Very nice shot for him. Still slightly ahead in the race. Trying to make progress towards home. And Michael's position, very impure. So if it has to rely on contact to win, he's going to be in trouble because it's going to be hard to follow up on a hit. 2-3 can hit and reinforce the 8. Beautiful. And 1-3 enters nicely, can just step up. I don't think there's any need to hit here. Better to play the race in this one right now. 4-2, no improvements there. Can't run very effectively. I guess we can play 8-6 after coming out, and that's probably going to be our best. Just make some progress towards home. Not a huge favorite, but a favorite for sure. Oh, a Bicknell in the chat cheering on now. Okay. Plays behind instead. Yeah, understandable. Hard to jump out and volunteer. Not too far off. 6-3 points on head. Beautiful shot from Michael. Huge step in the right direction. And as the trailer. Okay, good enough entry for sure. I was curious what he was going to do on a bad entry, though. I think the 2 down indirects are okay. But wants to pop out now, though. Okay. Yeah, they're very close. And I don't think we have anything yet. Still an underdog, but a lot of gammons in this position in a 4-point board. Feels like he might lose his market when he hits, so he's going to pause to think about it. 6-5. I see a 6 for sure. 6 is hitting. I guess the 5 would probably just come out otherwise. I don't really know. 4 should link up pretty comfortably, so it feels more likely it'd be a 5 than a 4. 13-9 looks kind of clear on a 6-4. Oh, he slots though. Okay, so it was a 6-4, and he thinks he needs to make this big play to win this outright. 5-4 is going to hit. 5-4 enters and covers. Very nice shot for him. 1-3 gets to enter and clean up the blot or step up. Probably just clean up the blot. That makes a lot of sense to me. No need to have another one back. 5-2 can link up with the midpoint and play a simple racing game with a lead and the leading match score. Everything looks good about this, and he actually had a cube already at this. Those are hard to find at 5-away, 9-away. And he shouldn't clean up there. Oh, interesting. He can play bigger and keep contacts. Okay, that makes sense. What is this? This is ace something. Ace 3 doesn't want to cover the ace, wants to avoid leaving another shot. Okay, I think that makes some sense. 5 ace is going to play 2 down, reasonable. 1-6, can't really make any new points. We're going to have to go for mobility somehow. Maybe from the front makes the most sense, and we keep contact back on the 24 as well. So 21-14 looks like something to me. Well, he's supposed to pass no matter what. Wins the most to do that. But he can save some gammons by just playing simple 10-3. Interesting. Welcome back, Bicknell fans. 3-2 can just make a point, leave no shots outside. I think that's going to be best. Even though it's a difficult point to clear. I like that play. And 5-4 can find some mobility. Ooh, the 4 is really ugly. All right, he sees that, and I would think you want to pop out instead of burying, but maybe here it's actually, now that I look at it this way, just making the ace is probably better instead of giving ways to come home. Now comes the cube. Easy pass for Michael, I think. Yep. So a little bit too good at that point, and we're going to move on to 9-away, 4-away. Jacob chipping away. Are they going to take a small break here? I hope so, because then I can eat. Yes, it looks like it. All right, dinner time for Nick. Be right back.
I'm going to come back.
Yes, take a nice long
Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. I said do that. You don't have nothing yet. Not to let you do something. That means I don't have it, but I can borrow more. No, don't worry.
All right, I almost got my dinner done. We are back. 4-3 is going to be 2 down at trailing score for sure. 6-2 gets to hit. 5-4 could make the anchor, but I think hitting probably a little bit better, especially at the trailing score. Got to mix it up somehow. Try to introduce gammons to the position. 4-2, I think we want to enter deep and duplicate the 4 with the 13-9. It's just a little too dangerous to provoke here when all these checkers are aimed at us high. 5-2 could make the point or could hit. A little bit confusing here. I'm not sure what to do. I guess we could split if we hit as well, but having an asset seems pretty strong. Tricky one for Michael to navigate here. Four, 4, can't really do much with the back checkers. Yeah, but we can just point on the 5. Beautiful shot. 3-1, probably worth hitting loose. Stay split as well, and if he can get away with this, he'll have some good position, but another one sent back, and Jacob's right in the driver's seat again. Hits and pops out and looking to play a simple game, come home quiet. 2, I guess, is going to hit and make the 11. And we can advance to make the 22 with it too. Yeah, I like that. Looks like good use of all of them. The 11 has great interaction with the 5. 3-2 can make the 23 point and play down, I guess. Oh, we're going to, I see, play 8-5 instead. Yeah, I don't know if we can afford that mobility with so many checkers back. We're probably just supposed to come in split somehow. 2-4. Can't really make a whole lot here. Maybe we just run out to the bar point to keep the checkers flowing. Be nice to make some sort of blocking number or point, and we had a lot of numbers to do it, but 4-2 is not one of them after having already made the 4 point. So I expect Michael to find this one. So as a play B, what if we cleaned up and then figured out the deuce? Yeah, it just looks a little too tight, like it's a nice builder. I'm not sure what we're giving up so much. I guess the 6s get a lot better. Yeah, okay, slots a stronger point, sure. I don't think this is going to be too bad. If it's even wrong. Yeah, XG actually likes that a little bit better on the 3-ply. 5-2 is going to attack, okay. I don't mind that. Maybe just running off the back with the 5 is better. Yeah, okay. 4 hits and pops out. Yeah, it's really a problem with this big, like, I guess he doesn't have that much of a racing lead, so it's different now. But tough to be stuck back on the 23 when you don't have the timing to support it. 6-3 can hit. It's probably worth it. Then maybe the 2... 15-13 feels good. I'd really like the 6s still to cover, but look at this. Just running is fine, too. Safetying up the blot. Everything's kind of okay here. As long as we hit, everything's okay. I can't tell if I hear wind or rain outside. It's always hot and sticky here. 3-2 hits, okay. Ooh, beautiful roll for Michael. Gets to make the 5 point with 2 anchors. Maybe he can just play wide open and slot the 7-2. I don't see too much trouble with that, but he's going to split and get moving instead. That also seems reasonable. We don't really want to stay on the 2 anchors in an even race. 2-1 gets to hit. Really wants to step up and have mobility on the 22 as well, but can't pass up outfield control here. 4-5 is going to pop out and make a bid for some control out there. And looking for a 4-3 on Jacob's side to keep this fun. I think he needs to hit. I think that's going to be better than making the point and leaving a double shot. And still under some pressure to get those back 3 checkers from the 23 out if this works for him. The biggest liability in the position right now, the forward position looking okay. And Michael's going to pause to think about that if it's big enough liability. And he's right. It is actually really good here. Returns from the bar, entering sixes, and a 4-5 are all going to hit and send a fourth checker back and take over outfield control again. And it's a tall order to escape all elites, so nice find. And Jacob happy to take it. 5-1 is not going to hit. One of Michael's worst. I think it needs to go out to the 18 for mobility, and he still has a back game here if this goes really south. 1-6 can get a checker moving. I think that maybe is worth the double shot. I don't know. No, it makes a board point. Okay. That looks a lot better. Oh, what did he find here? Cleans up entirely and leaves almost no shots except for in the back there. Can't hit it. So I think he's just going to keep that checker rolling, 18 to 15, and then the deuce, less important. 6-4 can cover, but then it has to leave a new shot. Can't work from the back at all, so I think the best we can do is just clear the 8. I don't think there's really another play here. Oh, he's going to stack it up instead. Okay, interesting. Doesn't leave a double shot, I guess. 6-1 can hit from the back. Is he ready? I think he's ready. Oh, he can make the prime instead. Yeah, okay, that's much better. Yeah. And Michael looking very strong in this game now. Only 1-6, and so the 2, I think we're just going to not create 2 blots. Big trouble for Jacob. Ace is going to hit, and the 5 probably worked from the back too to get moving to make sure we don't run into any timing issues back there. Is it a 1-6? Ouch. That's a forced move. Blots everywhere. Michael looking strong to win 4 points in this one. Maybe 6 if he gets lucky. 6-4 can't hit anything, though. I think it's worth finding... Oh, he can hit on the ace and buy time to try to pick up the other checkers. Okay, that seems reasonable. 4-3 is going to enter and clean up a blot. And 2-6 gets to hit now. Okay. And the 6 advances from the front. Sure, that seems fine. 2-1 gets to hit and make the anchor. Does he even want to take the checker off the ace, though? I don't think so. Yeah, so I think we just come in and make the 22 with no hit. Is it a 3-1? Okay, even better. 4-1 here. I think we just want to enter high and make progress around. I don't think we want to send the checker from the ace back. Michael does like to do this to go for gammons, though, and he's right in this case. Okay. Trailing score might have some influence there. 4-6 fans. I think you should want his opponent to enter maybe the 2 steps up for mobility. Maybe it's better to come off the 22 there. I'm not sure. 2 in, and the 4 is not so good. 2-1. I think we love to split 22 to 21 here. But he's just going to play simple and down. Maybe it creates some different blotting numbers. 5s is going to kill another point. Okay, at least he didn't get another blot hit, but things are not going Jacob's way in this one. I think we want to let the 6 out here, so I think he might not make the 9 and just play in it instead. 10 to 9 is a close option, wins more, but doesn't win quite as many gammons. Yeah, I love creating a 2 that can blot as well. Everything about this top play that it's suggesting looks really nice to me. Creative. See if he can find it. Finds the trap option. Different one there, but doesn't find the amoeba split with it. Good enough. 6-4 is forced off. That's a huge improvement for Michael. Looking to pounce on that 3 points. 6 what? Does this miss everything? No, 6-4 apparently. So he gets to hit back there, and then nothing to do about the 6 other than play down for more covers, I think. We should play in. Interesting. Yeah, I would for sure play that to the 7 as well. Aces. Okay, forced to send the other one back. Gets to remake the 22. Gets to take a checker up to the edge. And then I don't mind 5 to 4 with it as well.
Simborg wins again.
Maybe we could reinforce the 23 instead for a future trap play situation. Yeah, it seems like that's the bot's preferred play instead of getting more things sent back. Makes sense to not spend any more pips on the front. 6-4 forced to enter and continue on out. Cover the outfield in case any sixes run. 6-3 is going to pop out, do its best to escape. Michael would be happy to send that back. Doesn't mind about timing issues or anything like that. And yeah, getting on the edge with the 6. Trappish play again. I think it's worth parking there. Oh, he doesn't see that he can hit from the long way, apparently. Oh, sorry. I'm still eating the fries in the sauce. Does he find the hit? No. He's going to play the 6 down and the 4 in. Ace up to the edge and 5 down. Nice shot for Jacob. Three what? Looks like 6-3 or 3-3. 6-3 apparently, okay. Gonna make progress towards home. 3-2 is gonna be forced to bury a checker. Not quite bury, I guess. Just plays in. 5-3. No trap plays available anymore by leaving this. So I think lifting the blot on the 9 is kind of okay, but maybe he wants to be recirculated. Just plays around and in, keeps it simple though. And 6-3, okay, he's going to get a shot because of this 6. It's going to be nice. 2-6 just enter simple. Okay, I don't see any reason to... I guess we don't have to spend any pips, but like coming in is fine too. All play should be good. Not a big difference. Winning a lot of gammons either way. Playing in to get closer to bear off is the idea there. 3-2. The 3 has to leave a shot, and I guess the 2 might as well cover a board point, huh? Yeah, sure. I like that. 4-6. Does he want to hit? Could end up creating some timing, but really the checker there represents one playable roll, so I think we do want to hit, and then we can slot the ace to break timing even further. I like that. Playing to the 9 blocks the 3-6er, make sure we get recirculated on it. Doesn't block it. Does end up choosing to send that checker back for more gammons. Aces. All the way up to the edge. And then 2 to ace looks very nice. More important to be at the edge and not have the trapping 6 play. Otherwise, this would be fine.
Take a look.
No, I don't want to get sweaty anyway.
6-1 can hit loose, and ace can step up.
See it in the light. Dude, yes, I gotta tell you something. Yesterday, you always had slams in your game. Yes, you were doing stuff that I do. We're like hitting really hard cuts and slicing them low across. I haven't seen that before. I do that. And you're wow. Yeah, I'm playing rallies. Where'd you get that from? You playing? I've been playing a little bit. Yeah, we're pretty good.
Chooses to go for distribution there instead. Okay. And wow, ace 6 is with a 4-point board. That's going to create some chances. This could work. Still needs a lot of luck to bring these checkers around. Tall order, but it's something to work with. 2 gets to reestablish at 22. Beautiful. Michael can't enter. A lot of 6s and 1s real fast. 5-2 is a little too fast. Going to be forced to hit basically. 4-2 fans. Forced to bury a checker to the ace. 6-1 enters, simple. And Michael just wants to be in before the 6s start coming out so he can sweep up those blots and work on closing out. 5-1, might have liked to pick that up, but he gets good distribution to pounce after the 6 comes out. 4-2 is going to clean up the blot down to a 3-point board. And 4-3, we're going to look for some way to cover the outfield here. I don't think it's so important to make the ace. And 6-2 comes out. We should have a lot of double shots here. I think it's better to step into it than to break another board point. So 6s and 4s hitting, 3s, 2s, 1s on the other side. 6s is going to be pretty good for that. The 15 can hit on the 3, and then I guess we just come in with the last one. 2-5 cannot hit, just enters 1. And 2-1 gets to cover the point, beautiful. And continue forward with the ace, yeah, sure, okay. And lots of gammons here. 5-1 can clear a point. I think it's time to just start thinking like that, but he's going to slot behind instead. Interesting. I'm not sure it really benefits much to be recirculated anymore, but okay, no big deal. 6 covers. Then I guess the 3 just comes in, but maybe he's thinking now's the time to leave the... And he's right. It's better distribution to leave the 2-5 and 2-6 now. Very interesting. That's not one I would really think of. It's very close. But the best time to solve clearing the point is while your opponent's on the bar, doesn't leave so much, so I can see some merit to it. 2 checkers off. 4 solves everything very nicely. And can he find 6 points here? Doesn't look likely now that Jacob's in. But it was getting to be some real risk there. Fractional chances now. 6-4 is 2 out. That's going to help the cause a lot. Maybe he can save a gammon still, but that should also be quite tough. 5s is going to do a lot of work towards that. Okay. Keep the anchor and move those checkers around because they stay outside. And we're down to favorite to save it. Ooh, how did he do this? He did like this. And aces is going to take 3 off. Okay. And what is this? Double 6s now? Wow. Okay. I think he should still stay for 1 shot, maybe. But okay, no, he should just go and try to race off and use all the pips. I guess he has to play 2 checkers in if he's going to do it like this, yeah. Can't decide if he wants to stay or not. Six four is going to clear safely. Oh, he wants to think about whether or not he should take 2 off to try to win the gammon. And yeah, that is another sharp play from Michael. It doesn't really hurt too much to be hit with a 3. Since our opponent has 3 blots on board anyway. So this is part of, I guess, why he should have just ran last time. He's not ready for contact anyway. Now he doesn't get to move with this 2-1. Big problems. 4-3 can... Okay, now he's going to be more careful against the 4-point board. 2-1 still can't move. 5-3. And there is some backgammon chance here, not a whole lot. What is it? Oh, 5-1, okay. He's going to do his best to run off it. Michael's going to do his best to close this with a set now. No 2 miss at least. And it looks like it's probably going to be... Do 4s get there? 4s are better, huh? Probably? Yeah. And resigns a gammon. And on we go to 5-way, 4-way. So at this score, Jacob should be a little more aggressive with the initial cubes and gammonish positions, even though he's the leader. I don't think I've been seeing him make too many score-based plays, though. So I think he'll probably play it pretty normal, and Michael's side of the cube is pretty normal at this score as well. Other than maybe passing earlier if it gets really gammonish. Definitely going to cover the 5 somehow. The 3 doesn't seem like such a big deal. Or the ace. Yeah, the splitting seems pretty good. Guess we could have done a more advanced split. Aces? No, 2 ace. Okay. Gets to make the 22 point. Nice improvement for Michael. 4s. Making the 9 is huge now. I guess we can make that twice and then run to the 16. Looks pretty strong. Making the 4 point looks good too, but it kind of kills the checkers on the 6. Takes him out of play. 5-2. 2 down. Gets to make the 11. Nice play still, though. Close enough. Obviously, the rack is always pretty strong. I think all 3 are going to come down from the 10 here. Unless we want to play into the 4, seems okay as well. 6-1 gets to make the bar point. Another blocking point, but it's tough to prime that 20 point. With the racing lead too, Jacob doing pretty well in this game. 6-3, yeah, I don't see much other than just playing to the ace here. Michael just trying to stay patient and not leave shots as often as he can. Wait for the contact to come to him. Yeah, I don't think it's doing enough containment work on the midpoint to do anything other than clean it up. I don't want to play like all my spares off the 6 behind. Take them out of play. 5-4 clears the 9 safely. It's a nice opportunity. Wow, it should keep it blocked though. Surprised me. I guess double 6s get right back in the game. I would have thought to clear it for sure. And he's got the right idea. Maybe he's closer to cracking than I thought or something like this. 2-1. Michael's happy to lift. Interesting. I think there must be... Yeah, 3-2. Breaking it is even better than putting a dilly builder there. 4-6 is happy to run now. Okay. Yeah, we could have just cleared the 10 instead of giving Michael a path into this. And wow, he's going to take full advantage of that with double 2s. 2-5 is going to enter and pops out. Same number of shots. Sure, I guess ahead in the race. That can work. Michael's still stuck behind structure, so no cube yet. 5s reaches. Okay, and I think needs to come out with the last one. And this is probably too good on a fan. No, 1-6 is going to hit back, though. Okay. Not a favorite to hit, so Michael's got a roll here, but a 2 is going to put the gammon right back on. Some 3s. And now Jacob with some gammon threat here, too. This feels worth a cube. It can still go wrong, and I think probably have to pass there, but it's actually very close to too good. Interesting. He's going to roll through it. Okay. 6-3, so not going to be punished too much since XG thinks it's close to too good anyway. Doesn't do anything with this roll, so I think he's just going to link up with the 6-3, yeah. Unfortunate shot. Should win every time anyway when he doesn't win a gammon, though, so... We guess a 2 is a big deal. 3-5 links up. Alright, that saves all the gammons. 20 pips is too many. Here comes the cube. And an easy pass for Michael, and we're going to move on to 3 away, 5 away. Five 2 to open is the trailer. We can play down, but splitting should be fine too. 6-3. Does it even want to hit at the score? Maybe it just runs past. Yeah. Understandable though. Always like to fight for high points in the early game. 5-6 is going to hit. And some volatility early, which is nice for the trailer here. 4-2. Can't cover, can't hit, can't do anything. I guess it's going to have to hit on the ace. I think he's going to find that. Just what other play is there? I like it. No ace for Michael, but he gets to hit loose and make the 5 point. Pretty strong roll. I think we're going to cover the ace here. Now that we put a blot there, why not? Chooses to stay here and play 13-8 instead. And Michael cruises past a cube here that should have been passed. Maybe he thought his opponent wouldn't do that at the score. I don't know. 5 through. Okay, and now Jacob right back in this with this roll. Probably going to hit loose on the 3 as well with this, I think. Yeah. Double tiger time. And what is this? 1-2 is going to hit one of those bots and send it back. 1-6 fans. And Michael doing great in this game again. Yeah, almost too good. Going to choose to roll through this, I think. Decides to send the cube instead now. Okay. See what Jacob wants to do with it. 4 blots is a lot. 2 back. A little bit better board. 10 in the zone. Going to pass. Yeah, understandable. Still plenty of ways to win it if he makes an anchor or something, but lots of gammon threat there. Trying not to make too many eat noises on the microphone here as far away as I can. I'm hungry though, it's dinner time. Follows up with a 5-point, okay, after the 2 down. Very nice. 4-way, 3-way, one of the most aggressive scores. But it's not clear to me that Michael's going to play it that way exactly. Maybe trying to get more play in. So he can make the 8, and I think he's under a lot of pressure to split here. The prime is strong. Not down enough in the race to stay back on the 24 by any means. Chooses to slot instead, and I think this should be a pretty strong cube from Michael, threatening that 4. We'll see if he chooses to go that way or not. Here it comes, okay. Seems like Jacob is fearing the gammon at this score for sure. He's going to take though, okay. 2-1 cannot hit. Don't think it needs to split necessarily either. We'd love to play 6-5, but then where's the 2? Better to just slot. Okay, yeah, 3 is duplicated. This is a nice tactical opportunity. Very good find, Michael. Five, 2 misses, can't cover either. It can lift though. Maybe that's worth doing here tactically. No, just playing down and trying to cover it is a lot better. Okay, yeah, we do need a lot to go our way to end up with a prime of our own to compete against this likely 5 prime. So I can see why we need to find some bold play. Makes a lot of sense. He does find the 2 down. Well done. 4-3 gets to hit and cover. Beautiful shot from Michael. And yeah, he's in the driver's seat to win a gammon in this game, I do believe. 5-6 fans, so the 6 to send another one back is huge. And double 5s. Well, it gets to fill in a bunch of board points and roll forward. That's going to be pretty huge. Ah, the 6 prime. I probably would have made the 3 and the 2 and just hoped to fan, but the 6 prime is pretty good too. Either way. A few more gammons when we make the deuce point. We're going to make the 3 for sure, though. And yeah, he's right to pause here and try to figure out options from there. If his opponent enters with an ace, there's a lot more work to do, though. Fans. Looking for a 6 to send another back. 3-5, not what he wanted. So that's just going to try to make some progress around. Yeah, this is pretty stiff now. Would have been nice to be playing from the midpoint in a way here, I think. Fans. Ace would be nice. 6 and 4 to step up. 6-5 will work. Maybe the 5 should come around the bend. Not sure if that's better coming to the 18.
About the food, last order. What time?
1-3, 1 gets to enter and 3 gets to clean up the blot. Pretty nice entry for Jacob there, and Michael's still looking for a gammon though. Plenty of chances. 3 can come around, can't clean up the ace yet, so a 2 would help him out a little bit. Slots with it, okay. Interesting. Not sure if we really need to do that, but took the opportunity. 3-2 gets the slot and bring a cover in. I wouldn't have thought of slotting there. That's a very interesting play to me. 6 is going to cover. Makes his ride home easier for sure. Aces and 3s are both duplicated already, so sure, we can do whatever 2 we like. Not much reason to make the 7 prime, so I'd be more likely to play 8 to 6, but okay. Just going to try to keep it simple. 6-5 can't do anything about it, so I think there goes the midpoint. Clearing the 8 seems fine too. Tries to keep a little contact for the midpoint and put some pressure out there, but I don't see how it's going to do too much here. We're likely to just give it up next roll anyway. 5-2 is going to bring 2 in. Oh, can I keep those for now? Yeah, both those, yeah. 5-3 is going to give up the midpoint. 4-2 is coming down, trying to hold the prime for a little longer while he cracks, I guess is the idea. Doesn't want to let 6s out yet. Six five, no 6, gonna play in. Next 6-5 is a problem. 6-4 is gonna be forced here. And the cracking has begun. Michael got his wish here. 6-5 leaves a shot this time, so 6-1, 2-3, I'll cover. 2-1 though, okay. Well, the board will be ready, and he's looking for a 6 as soon as possible. 5-1. I'm not sure what we should do here. I think it's too much of like field goal posts to play into the 6 and take one off. But look at that, that is right, okay. It's a tough play to find for me. Distribution isn't much better to put a 5th checker on the deuce though, I suppose. I can see that. 3-2 fixes distribution quite a bit. I think we want to continue 6-4 as well, but oh, look at this, the 2 off again. We need to play for some gammons is the problem. Okay, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And our opponent's board isn't so strong. 6-1 just barely holds without leaving a shot. 5-1 is going to bury another checker. 3-2 clears. All right, things are looking safe again for the win for Michael. Gammon could still be difficult. 5-3 is going to run one. And 3-1 points on head. That's the best way to win a gammon, I think, with some fans and 10 pips outside. Not a whole lot of them left here, though. 5-4 fans. 6-2 is going to clear and even up on the outside, too. No shot levers. Oh, he's going to think about ripping another one for gammons. Interesting. That seems bold here. 6 is going to save all the gammons. Okay, we're going to move on to 3-way, 2-way. 2-5, 2 off. Oh, breathing a little life into the position. Says he isn't dead yet. 3-2, 2 off. 2-1 could create some misses for sure. 4-2 is just 2 off. 3 rolls away, this could be tough. Six, 3, 2 off. Okay, that's going to do it. And so, yeah, on we go to 3-away, 2-away. Another aggressive scoreline. Five, 3 to open for the trailer. Six, 1's going to make the bar point. Good follow-up. Not sure who is favored here. 3-2 should want to split somehow. We'll go for the major. 6-3 can't reach, but it can hit loose on the front. Okay. Splitting's better, though, at this score. Interesting. Okay. 4-1's going to hit. I think you'll be surprised to see that one. 11-10. Sure, sure. Oh, steps up instead. Okay. And what does 4-3 do? 4-3 makes an anchor. Okay. Beautiful roll for the leader. 5-3 can't quite escape cleanly, but yeah, I can make a bid for it. Hop out and clean up the blot on the 11. 6-1. Can't afford to stack a 6 checker there, so he actually should slot, but he's going to step up 24-23 instead. That's a tough one to find, I think. 6-2 decides he wants to hit loose here. Okay. Seems like a big play trying to win a gammon at the score, potentially. 6-3 gets a fan. It works very well. 4-2 is going to cover. And the deuce probably down for a builder, but he's going to clean up instead. Okay. Doesn't want to leave the fly shots. For what? Oh, 4-4. Maybe we should point on head, but he's going to make a blocking point and play behind instead. Okay. Reasonable. Is he doing well in the race? No, not really. Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure why we wouldn't switch. I guess because it's a deep point and the bar point's better. Primed right now. Not at the edge. Okay. 4-1, probably, ooh, instead of playing behind, I think 13-8 must be better, but he wants to see the light and prioritizes that. What is this, 6-4? 6 something? 6-5? Has to leave a direct to play that way, so he can come out and make the board point instead. Yeah, probably a little bit stronger. Why not have that? Checker's well poised when it's missed, but I don't know. We always have the 2 point after this at least. There's arguments for both sides. Has the opportunity to create more contact and create a board point being down so much in the race, but he's just immediately looking at entering high and going to miss it entirely as a result. 6-5. That cannot make it to safety, so I guess we should still probably... I guess we could just play it behind. I wouldn't be surprised to see him just leave the indirect, yeah. Okay. 2-6 should start working on the board somehow. Six-1 can safety up. Oh, it should play 13-6 instead. Weird. I guess he wants the containment back and the fly shots aren't bad when he has a blotting board. Okay. Very interesting. It looks like we're missing cubes now in this position. Big improvement for Michael. Board is ready. And everything dumping behind for Jacob means the contact's going to be a problem for a long time. Michael will probably be able to leave the 21 alone at some point if he wants. It seems overly creative to me. I don't know why we wouldn't just play in here instead of giving up the 6 point and risking maybe not making the 6 point again. feel like any play that advances the gap is just not better than leaving it pure, but should all be pretty close and okay. Okay, the 4 looks like a problem, so I guess we're just going to play it to 2. Four, 5. I really like 21 to 16 in this position. And then we have a 6 prime. Little early for it, it seems, but okay. I guess there are ways where you can find ways to pick and pass from there, but oh yeah, making the 4 point would have been a bummer too. But so many wasted checkers behind, it can never get too bad. And he doesn't want to be attacked now. Interesting, okay. I was thinking to just keep maintaining big contact and make the ace point. But there are a few more gammons even for the wins. Yeah, it should always balance out that way that we should run. That's very interesting, okay. Pick and passes, 4-3, big gains on that, 4s and 3s. Aces even. Okay, I can see some reasons to get out of the way there and just keep the deep contact. Tricky one though. Yeah, definitely don't fault making the ace. 4-2, I think he's going to take an opportunity to pick and pass here. Leaves the fewest shots, I'm pretty sure. Can't hit, enters high, and so is he ready to keep more contact? No, should still just run here. Okay. Goes for the amoeba split now. Okay, now he's ready. Gonna leave some pick and passes. Just clears the 6 point. Okay, missing big cubes now too. 5-3 comes in. We'll see if he can escape it. Big numbers in sets. 6s will do it. Nice. The cheering section is pleased with that. He'll roll on, too good. Pretty unlikely gammon, but nothing risking here. And we're going to get a double pass, and we're going to move on to two-way, DMP. See if they choose to play the cube that way. No cube from Michael. He's going to wait it out and try to get at risk of losing his market. And it looks like Jacob's going to play it that way too, so maybe we'll end up with a 1 point game in this one somehow. Misses that he can make the 3 point and splits instead because he sees that he can't cover the 5. Easy to miss that if you haven't seen it before. 4-5 is going to hit and hits again. Okay, yeah, good from Michael. 2 in makes the anchor, and then I guess we make the 4 point for sure, right? Well, he wants to point on head instead. I think the distribution is too much weaker here to go for this. And the point a lot pure. Ace in makes the 5, and the last ace, I guess 6-5 to avoid creating a new blot. And keep the checker on the pure point too. Yeah, we really need to unstack now, so I like the 3 to play to the 5. And the ace sure can step up. Wouldn't mind starting the 7 either. And Michael realizes that he can definitely lose his market on this one, I think, and so he's probably going to want to get the cube in here. And we get a take, and we play the DMP game after all. 3-4, gets to hit. Turns fire from the roof. It's rowdy in there, y'all. Aces, ace in. We can make the anchor, but then we have to slot somewhere. Anchor seems strong, though. Yeah, I think it's going to be worth it. Wow, lots of options here, though. The board isn't strong enough to really require it, so we could just play safe in the front and not let him escape and send a checker back too in such a close race. He sees 3 of them. And which side does he want to clean up? I like the anchor because it cleans up 2 blocks, I guess. Someone's asking if they can play naked. I'm not sure why. But it seems appropriate here. Six one. Links up. I think we should make the 16 as well. Why not? We have the option of the offensive bar point, but not that valuable against the anchor. Okay, he's going to go for the offense, though, and prevent the mobility. Maybe not. Just such a nice bridge, and that 23-point checker is so misplaced. You don't want to leave the shot on the 16. Lots of reasons to link up here and just play safe for a roll with a very close race. And he does make the bar point. Okay. So we have double 4s is going to punish. It's going to hit and come out. He decided it's 2 of them after making the 9. And yeah, does he want the 20 or 16 is the question. Okay, I think 20 looks a lot stronger here to me. Can't leave the checker back on the 24, I would think. But wow, the 16 is stronger. That's really surprising, yeah. That would have made Marco's play for sure. Very close. Ace in, 5 hits. Well deployed 23-point checker finally. 4-6. 4 is going to enter, and I think it's worth hitting with the 6 to try to make the prime. But yeah, wow, just playing out to the 15 is fine too, and just trying to play a simple racing game. It's going to leave a ton of returns in a decent race and a lot of blots around. Both strong candidates. Decides to just pop out instead. Okay. Does he want to link up and have 2 advanced anchors, or he could just play 18 to 13 for flexibility too? I guess this looks a little bit better. Ace 5. No way to clean everything up, so I guess probably just 15 to 9 to have 1 less blot. Duplicates 3s this way though, so maybe it's more flexible somehow. Oh, we can just leave the anchor entirely against 4 checkers back. I like that play. Okay. Simple 15 to 9 is okay as well. And it seems like the 15 to 10 kind of idea is a bit of an overplay. Oh, 16 to 10 is what it is. Not too far off. Okay. Finds the simple play. Totally reasonable. Hard to find that other one. 5-3. Something's got to go. Maybe the 18's doing such good work to keep us from being primed, though. But it seems like the most natural thing. I don't think we want to run 21 to 13. We keep an anchor if we play off the 18 with both. Yeah, everything else seems kind of riskier, but look at that. We should go off the 20. Oof. This one's very difficult. I don't want to be attacked back there. So I'd be very afraid to make this play. This leaves a double shot and doesn't really accomplish much in the lines of like flexibility or anything. So yeah, it's a tough one for me to leave there. 5-4 is going to hit, and it can link up with the 16 as well to avoid leaving too many blots around, and clear advantage for Michael now. Doing very well in this DMP game. Don't see a stronger 5 than popping up. I guess 8 to 3 starts a point anyway and keeps more contact. Now that he's down in the race, reasonable to think about. But the mobility looks a little nicer here to me. And 5-4 can make a blocking point if we want. Might be something that we just need to clear later. So he thinks about just breaking the midpoint instead. I think restricting some movement's still worth it here, though. Okay, I like that decision. 5-2. Can cover and start the 5 now. As long as we slotted it, I think we should keep up with this plan. But look how close 23 to 18 still is. Just trying to find mobility there. That problem checker on the 23 could come back to bite him quickly. Well, steps up with the 2 instead. Okay. Interesting. Doesn't really gain many new numbers to escape that way. So I'm kind of happy with the 5 to link up. Now the 6 comes out somehow, but... Okay, simple rolls for Michael. Just trying to bring a winning race home. Cleans up all his blots. 5-4, so 5 would have been stepping up. 5-4, I think it's just gonna... Yeah, it has to break the 8 point. Oh, he should come off the 18 and can't afford to bury checkers here already. 3-2 clears a point. Beautiful. Or it could put 2 checkers on the 6 point and keep restricting movement against this weak board. Yeah, it wants to keep the 11 point to keep being a pain. Hassling our opponent when they're having to destroy their board like this and play for a little bit more. Okay. Not far off to play 11-9, 11-8 though. Totally reasonable as well. Makes the normal play again. 5-2. Yeah, it's going to be very time to leave the 18 this time, I think, if it was good last time. Look at that, we could make the ace. Okay, lots of weird plays available. Thank you. Four 3 does some more good clearing work from the rear. Both off the 9 point. Beautiful. 3-2 gets to reestablish the 18. That's really nice. And missing opportunities to slot the 5, but I mean, it's okay. 3-1. I think we can take 2 off the rearmost point and prepare to clear it again with a big racing lead. Looking good. For Michael, anyway. 4s, I think, needs to give up the 18 now. Again, looking to slot the 5, but yeah. No way we can bury checkers and destroy our board, and the 2 anchors aren't doing that much for us anyway. So he sees that's going to be part of it. But burying to the deuce is a little overkill again, you know. We want to keep the checkers more alive than that, so see a little hole there in being too willing to kill checkers. Something we see with a lot of players in backgammon for sure. We'll see if he gets a hit, like how much he's going to struggle to actually close the board and things like that. Oh, Michael's thinking about hitting, I guess? Where does that show up on here? He's just got too much of a racing lead. Well, I guess it actually is getting kind of close. Yeah, so it's reasonable to think about. And there's blots on board, so it's hard to punish too. Looks so simple to just make the 3 or to slot there. Tough decision, though, with only a 12-pip lead. He's wise to think about this. I guess there's a little more wastage than usual. So this, I mean, when it runs this close, it's very difficult to differentiate between the 2. That's for sure. So between 8-3 and... see what Plus thinks. Yeah, 37 is not a wide margin. And the hit would be so clear at a normal score for the extra gammons it wins that he's probably instinctively thinking about playing that one. But okay, he's going to play behind instead. Double 3s, gets to cover and probably just proceed from the 18. I don't think he wants to advance, but the race is getting close. So, oh, look at this. He should actually go for the race as the best option. That's a hard one to spot, but we don't want to be primed when we have some racing chances. And his contact's really weak. I guess that's fair too. Okay. Yeah, switching to the ace, though, again, too deep and difficult to contain even if we do get a shot. So better to stay pure here and not have these dead checkers. 4-2. I guess the hit could continue now, and the race has gotten a lot closer, so if it was close last time, it must be right this time. One five, that hits back. Okay. A little bit of life for Jacob here. 4-point board too. He can fan and have a game out of this. Double fives just makes its way around though, doesn't it? I don't think there's any reason to point. But, oh yeah, look at that. The race is close enough that it's worth going for a little bit extra there. Okay. Only leaves 2-6 and 4-6 from the bar. Double twos, I guess, yeah. Tough decision. 4-2 gets to establish the anchor again. So there's some life again for Jacob. After that strong blitzing play, he's back on the board at least. In a decent race. 5-1 is enough to reach. Michael will hit. And solidify the race. 4-6 is going to miss, but it can pop out and get that checker moving. And comes down to this 21-point holding game. 2-1, yeah, I think it wants to make a point, but I guess he's going to pause to think about whether or not he wants another point to clear. And he's right. Okay, 9-6 is a little bit better here. Yeah, just pre-clear the bar and leave more flexibility. 6-2 can come around, can slot the 4-point if it needs to. Looks best to me. Well, but he wants to run off the anchor already. Seems like that just opens up some really big jokers to end the game here. 4-2-1 combos. And 3-2 is not one of them, so he's going to be okay. Is the race close enough to hit and continue? I don't think so. I think he should just bring 2 checkers in. But yeah, look at that. He needs to take some pips away and continue the ace. That's an odd one. What did he roll here? Did he roll something other than I thought? Maybe 5-1 or something? I don't know. And then we have 3-2. I don't understand how we ended up playing the way we did there. 4-1 gets the point on head. Okay, make sure that we don't lose the race. Yeah. And a 2. Can't find it. Still lots of life after death for Michael for that. 5s can't clean up though. Okay. So it's going to take 1 checker off. And a 2 still breathes life in this game for Jacob. Can't find it. Still difficult to clean this up. Doesn't happen every time for Michael. 5-2 is going to leave it there again somehow. So I guess it's less shots if we clean up 5-3. Oh, he should clean up. He cleans up from the rear. Okay, yeah. That's probably a few of his shots, yeah. Gets a fan again, and double 5s is going to leave a double shot this time. Wow. Michael having a heck of a time coming home here. And the 6-2 is finally going to hit one of them. And the 6 gets a cover on the 5-2. Okay, there's real chances here for Jacob now with only 5 checkers off for Michael. Can't enter. Picking up the second one would be huge. I think it's worth staying back, but he can win the game without it, so maybe he should just play pure and run and make sure he can contain in case Michael rolls some 4 that pops out. Good decision there. 4-3 enters and cleans up the blot, and so Michael is doing great to be on the board. Wow, and I thought he should just clean up, but he should come out to the bar point. Okay. Same number of shots either way. Weird. Why is this one? I'm not sure I understand why he should come out to the bar there. 3-1 misses. Maybe this is why. He wants to be hit on a 6-5. 6s or 5s. Interesting. That's difficult to find. He just reduced his shots 12-8 instead. Totally understandable. Aces and 7s hit, but I don't know if Michael wants it. I think he just wants to get by. And 5s will do that. Okay. That's about going to decide the game here. And Jacob happy with that. Is happy to resign. Well played by both. Very close in the end there. And Michael Nyagu is going to advance. And I'm going to find out, presume we have more matches tonight. I'm going to find out who's next shortly. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Any waitress around? Jerk chicken. Rice and mashed sweet potato.
Hi, everybody. Nick Blazier here with the day one recap from Jamaica, Ochos Rios, Friday. Today we had action starting with the doubles at 1 p.m. And we got to watch a couple of those matchups, mostly following Michi and Antoinette on their way to the finals. And they have opponents in Avi and Richard, which I think the finals that'll be played on Sunday. And we started up our Masters jackpot as well at 6 p.m. this evening. We had a 16-player bracket, 14 entries, and we got to have one rebuy, and then we had 2 players that wanted to play a limited format. So we got to do a cool playoff to get one of them into the Masters bracket as well. What we got to watch on stream was the Michi show most of the day too there, and he was able to knock off Phil Simborg in the first round, got through Joey Issa, the main sponsor of this tournament. Both those 2 players are the reasons why this Jamaica tournament's going on right now, so thanks to both of them. And then couldn't quite hang on against Gary Caselny in the semifinals. Gary knocking him off to make it to the finals on that side. Bob Wachtel, before I walked away, was still alive in the, I think, quarterfinals on the other side of the bracket, trying to make his way to the semis as well. So more action from that. That'll probably finish up later in the week. And tomorrow we're going to start with the main event. With $500 entry, 4,000 added dollars. We're expecting around 40 players. We'll see exactly how many show up. Single elimination with 1 rebuy period too. So it should be an exciting format, and look forward to more streaming at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. All right, we're back with the third round here. It looks like, I think Michael Chai is playing the brown checkers on bottom and Michi on top, but it kind of looks like it's switched to me. Hold on, let me peek in there. Yeah, it's the other way around. Okay, I was lied to. How could they? Action, swap board. There we go. And so we start with a 6-1, okay. And 4-1. 3-1 makes the 5 point, has to leave a direct 6, but that's okay. 3-2 makes the anchor, beautiful shot. And 6s makes an advanced anchor of their own, and the 3 comes down, do we want to hide the blot behind with the racing lead? I think so. I think it's worth that, but look at that, we should just volunteer it. They're both very close, okay. Double 2s gets to cover and make the deuce point. Both playing fast and sharp so far. 6 in gets a spare to the 5 point, and Michi, if he can escape his 18 and 13, has the racing lead, so is the one thing about cubes, but when they both have an anchor like this, I think it's going to take some time before he sends anything. Don't see any reason to volunteer here, I don't think. I'm wrong. I would have thought we just play to the ace, but he wants to leave in, yeah, understandable for me, for sure. Not sure why we want to volunteer an ace already. I guess we can still be ahead in the race if he hits, and we're going to get a bunch of returns from the bar, so I see some logic to it. We're going to get forced off soon, maybe. But fortunately, things have not gotten worse. So he still has the opportunity. Yeah, will he leave the 7 point here and risk not having a landing point? It feels early to do that, so it feels like maybe he should give up something else. And he can make the board and offer a shot from the anchor. Okay, yeah, 4 point board is strong enough to help him get home. I like that play. 6-5 is going to clear the 9 point. And wait for contact. And Michi doesn't have to volunteer a shot yet. He can just play in the 3. Okay. 5-4. Not super comfortable. I guess something like 8-3, 6-2 is all I can really see. And double threes clears a bunch of contacts. I think 15 and 10 is pretty standard here when we're trying to break. But it does leave a point 10 away and a lot of contact to clean up. I just don't think making the bar point is better. He's going to look at it, though, because he knows that he's still going to have a lot of inflexible rolls coming right up here and a lot of problem 6s after that. And he buys himself at least a roll of flexibility by playing to the 7. But it's just too far to go to come off the 18 without that link. What up, Ben?
What?
Watching some Michi and Michael Chai? I don't know Michael Chai.
Oh, all right.
Michi's been all over the stream this week.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and closer to home, he could like clear contact completely on a set, so he's going to pause and think about the cube. Must be an easy take for contact, though the board is a little weak. I don't know. But yeah, there could be market loss here. Close. 3-2 is just going to make the 3 point twice. Okay, no need to volunteer shots here quite yet. 4 ace is going to kill another checker. Unfortunate for Michael. What else can we do, though? And Michi with the cube decision again. Getting closer. Getting warmer, but still very stiff and still plenty of contact for Michael to take advantage of any shots that get left. So not a whole lot of market losers here. Should still be playing a roll or two. Quieting out in the room as we start to eliminate players for sure. Makes it feel like it's really late or something. Double 5s is going to lose the market almost certainly. But I guess there is still pretty good contact here. If he had a better board, I think he could take, but maybe it's too hard to hit and win with the open 20 point. So, yeah. Here comes the cube. And happily takes for the contact. Okay, so I don't think he's as worried as he should be about that open 5 point. That's easy to overlook. But he gets his shot right away as he expects. Misses it, has to play in. And Michi's on his way home. 4 in, 5 off. Not a lot of gammons, but likely a 2 point win. Just runs already, okay, yeah. Have to bury checkers otherwise, seems reasonable. Michi can buy some time to win a gammon by hitting, but his distribution gets pretty awkward. I feel like it's worth it. Yeah, he can't really make his distribution that clean by not hitting either. Oh, okay. This is a small gammon opportunity there. Now Michael with the 5 point slotted, so if contact comes, he's doing a little better. Should he be able to cover it, hopefully? 4-6 can't. He's going to wait a little bit longer. 3-2 is just another 2 checkers off for Michi. Not worried about keeping even since his opponent's going to have to leave so often. Ace is heavily in 4, 6-5, 6-4, 5-4 stuff. 5s is going to take her off. And now there's some gammon threat here. Michael's going to have to hurry. 3-1 is not a good way to save it. It's getting very high gammon chances now. No ace for Michi. Wow, it's an almost certain gammon now. All of a sudden our holding game is going to turn into 4 points, it looks like. Pending a 2-1. He misses. Got a little excited about that roll. 6-2 is going to do it. 4 points to start. 7 away, 11 away. Four two to open makes one of the best starting points in the board. 5-1, it's going to split the challenge at strips 8 point. 2-1 can split as well now that our opponent split, I think. Next most important thing to do. After the 23 split too, our opponent doesn't... Oh, we actually had a 5-3 to start. Sorry. Let me get that right. 5-3. 5-1, and then the 2-1 wants to split as well after our opponent splits, and he makes the major split. That seems reasonable. What was this? Was this like a 5-3? Just runs, or maybe a 6-2? We'll do it like that. And what is this? A 5-2. Okay, down and step up. I think I got back in it. Been almost losing the transcription a lot. It's hard to see on this board for sure. Working on a tiny camera. 5-4. Gets to make the anchor and play down. Okay, nice robust position for Michi. Small advantage. And Michael cannot link up, but he does get to make the 11 point, an offensive point. Just needs to escape that last back checker. 5-3 doesn't make anything new for Michi. This is awkward. Is it worth tempo hitting here for lack of options? A little bit better to just dilly the builder 8-3. Very interesting. Nothing looks good here though. Hitting on the ace with one of our last spares on the 6 is ugly, and 8-3 is ugly. Michi gonna find the best distribution, makes the most points next roll. 4-4, can't escape all the way. It could make a blocking point, could make the 5, lots of options here. Aces are reasonably well duplicated, so maybe just making the 5 point would be pretty good. We should step up. Okay. And he wants to look at the priming play instead. What does that look like? That one is 13-9, 11-7, not too far off. Yeah, the idea here just to make it hard for Michi to escape from the 21 point, but now that he's ahead in the race, Michi's not in a hurry to leave that, so priming of a little bit less value and escape of more value. And so he misses the opportunity to step up, very close to the top play though. 5-4, another awkward one for Michi. Maybe we just create builders by giving up the midpoint now. But the tempo hit is called for now. Wow, it's a tricky one to find. I guess with the Blotton board, we don't want our opponent to run. Makes some sense. Can make an argument for it. 2-3 probably just wants to work on escaping, I would think. 9-6, not too far behind. And this is 6 what? 6-4 apparently. Yeah, it makes a board point. Very nice. Instead of pointing on head, we would leave a shot if we did that. So only indirects this way. 3-2. Oh, the 3 doesn't really do much on the other side either, huh? Okay, he's just going to clear a point. Okay, yeah, running seemed worth something too, but he's going to give up a point instead. Very close. So 6-4 is going to point on head again. Okay. 4 point board, worth leaving the ace shot now. Gets a fan. Is this good enough for a cube for Michi even being behind or leading the match score? Yeah. And looks like it should be pretty close to a pass of normal scores, but at this leading score, pretty clear take for Michael. We'll see if he can find that match score adjustment. And he does take it. Well found.
4-5 cannot cover. Can't really move the back checkers either, so it looks like it's going to have to do something pretty, I guess, yeah, just playing in there, killing a checker already. Unfortunate. Slotting the 5 is a tough one to find. Can't imagine leaving that direct. 5-3 is going to hit anyway, though. And now Michi trying to hit loose on the 2. 4-6, I think, just has to pop out for mobility. And it's getting scary. The recube is going to be real at this score for sure. Good sequence for Michael for sure to get back in this. Wants to pause to think about it already, and he is very close to recube as the favorite already. One, two. Can't cover, but he does get to hit a checker, which if Michi can't hit it back, maybe that can be good enough. Ace for contact, 5 around. And extra checker back, freedom, lead in the race. It seems like a fine cube. Barely even a take for Michi, but he's going to roll past it, okay. 2-1 still can't cover, so I think he's going to make another blocking point. No, he's going to hit. Interesting. Making the bar just look so strong here. Okay. It's loose. Ace-6. We're going to hit with the ace. And the 6 probably needs to, yeah, find some mobility out to the bar. Okay, that looks good. 3-1 sends another checker back. 3 just cleans up. Okay, let's see what Michi comes up with. Still has a better board here at least. 2-4 I think is worth hitting loose here. And still some gammons if he can get away with this sequence. 5-4, not so much. Maybe might as well just pop out. I don't see a more productive 4. Reduces shots sort of somehow. Don't get returns when he hits loose on the 5 anymore, but 6-2 looks like it wants to link up in a relatively close race. Play a little bit conservative for a roll. And 4-1 could make the 5 point. I think it's worth leaving the shots for that. There's some indirects anyway, but with a blotting board, I guess they're less punishing. So he wants to check in on the race, but it's only 9 pips, so just not quite enough to play that stiff, I wouldn't think. We need some structure. 5-3 can run. Okay. He could also slot and make the ace. Both look strong to me. I guess he has a little bit more trouble keeping the checkers flowing. And now Michael wants to catch up on the race and see if he might have a cube. Only 1 pip. Doesn't feel like it now, but probably can't be too bad at the score. Four 2 gets to make the blocking point, another landing point to help the clearing. 5-2 slots, 2 down for the covers. Okay, even race, definitely hasn't gotten better. 4-2 he gets in and slot the deuce after playing 9-7. That looks good. This is a play as well. 4-3 can't cover, but it can cover the ace.
Michi! Oh, I thought Michi!
I think 10-6 and 4 to ace probably makes a lot of sense, but we should stay outside for some reason. Okay. Might as well just cover. Yeah, I would want the crossover as well, and I would want to be 6 away from covering, so not sure what the logic of something else is there. 6-5, we can cover and slot the ace or just stack up the deuce. Either seems fine. Both from the 8 seems fine as well. 6-3 can make the board without having to run quite yet. I think it's worth staying a little bit longer and not allowing our opponent to point on head with so many numbers. Too close of a race to gain from running as well. 5-1 can't do anything too productive. Could clear the 8 points, or it can just keep everything in place and get ready for Michi to run. We would have to stack up the deuce and not leave a blot behind, though, so it's okay. Slotting the ace is the best. Oh yeah, we can switch. I kind of like this idea too. Brings more covers into range. 4-2 is going to clear a point. And so starting to have problems on Michi's side. 6-1 can break the 8 and cover. That seems pretty good. Oh, it can keep the 8 and just play to the... Yeah, okay. That's better. Didn't notice at first that we had the option to keep it all. This looks more flexible, but allows Michi to run on certain 4s, and I think he will with the better board for now. So a little bit too much to give up. And what is this? 3-2. Okay. No running there. Still a close race. 2-1 can't make any new points. A little bit awkward. It gets to distribute 7-6 at least. And then has to bury the other one to the ace. 4-5 is happy to run on this roll. Forced to. And now Michael's ready to think about the cube. And yeah, misses an opportunity there with threats of pointing on head. Not going to receive too many 8 cubes back either. So relatively safe to send that one with just a small advantage. 6-3, yeah, I think clears naturally from the rear. Oh, you should go for the hit though because of how close the race is. Interesting. Those can be tricky to find. Four 3 can just run for the race and fairly close. I mean, still an underdog for sure. But at the score, it's pretty nice to escape to something so simple. And Michael's going to keep having cube decisions here. A little bit shy now. I'm not sure exactly what the number is that he's shooting for. But slightly ahead in the race, given that he's on roll. 3 pips ahead there. And Michi's wasting a few more pips. But he has the open 5 and 4. So it's, I guess, I don't know. Wastage is probably close in some way. And 6 is going to turn that right around. Saves Michi's butt. 2-4. Not sure which the best way to do this is. Both leave a gap on a high point. 6-1 takes 2 checkers off. Okay. 5-1 another 2 off and should be an easy 2 points for Michi. Going on to 5 away, 11 away. Been running good this weekend. Playing a sharp game here so far too. 6-5. Okay, what did I miss that Michi is barely hanging on to this game? Just a lot of fine rolls. No 3 miss, but aces are going to miss. Okay, starting to get scary. Even money there. Ace will lose it for Michi. And there it is. And so 2 points for Michael instead, making it 7 away, 9 away. Thought the 6s were enough. I was wrong. All right, after the 4-1 splits, 3-5 is going to hit in the outfield and start with 3 checkers back from Michael. 5-6 must just... I guess we could actually slot the bar here. No, I don't mind this. We already have a bunch back. What do we want to provoke and be double hit on the front? 4-2 I think is going to do best to just make a board point. Have the advantage there as well as the race and checkers back. 6-3 reaches. I think that's what it should do. 2-1 with the better board. It's probably fine to hit. Oh, double twos. Okay. Making the 11 looks very strong with the 4-point made, and then the last one steps up. Sure. That seems fine. 4-3 gets to anchor and make the 9. Beautiful roll. Everything cleans up nicely. Not a lot to do with the 4-2. Can't really run. Maybe run it out to the bar point makes some sense, just to not put anything else where we don't want it. Slots the bar instead, though. Tries to tempt his opponent to come off the anchor. 5-4 is going to point on head. Nice shot for Michael. And 3-4. 3 is in. 4 I'm not sure what to do with. Maybe we make the... or give him play the checker behind. Not tempt with the equal boards now. Okay. And the race is getting closer, I guess. 6-4. I don't see a safe 6, so I guess we should probably hit with it. I guess the 4 can just come down after that. 2-4. 2 is going to have to enter. What can the 4 do? I think, again, we just like all our other checkers where they are, so we have to play from the back somehow and just step up. 6-2 seems like you're going to run out of spares and timing. We have blots behind the anchor, things that are going to hurt our contact anyway, so yeah, I'd rather just shuffle around from the back. 3-4 gets the point on head. Oh, misses a chance for a cube. Interesting. I think we should make the 5-point here, but okay, can hit and cover instead of leaving all these blots around. That makes a lot of sense. Tough to pass up the 5-point in the rack, though. So I understand why he would leave the extra blot. Oh, he finds the best play, though, instead. Okay, well done. 5-2 gets to hit. I'm not sure what the deuce wants to do. 6-4 seems okay. Oh, hide the blot to the ace, though. Okay. That's an idea, too. Better to make more covers. Choose that. We get a fan. Okay, and an advantage for Michi now, looking to cover next. 6-3. I think we're probably going to run with the 6 and cover with the 3. What else do we have?
He's ready to sign it.
He gets another fan. Still some work to do for Michi to get into cube territory since his opponent has a strong anchor game. Even when he escapes fully, he should still have enough contact to win some games. 6 going to be forced to hit here, I think. Not a lot else to do. And does Michi hit, or is it 1-4? 1-4. Tough to say if we need to take away the tempo, but I want to deal with just one blot and step up. So I don't want to get another one involved by hitting on the deuce. 4-3. This can hit and cover. Another one of these. We're just never going to make the 5-point. We're going to keep hitting on the 5 and covering. All right. Threatening to close that point. This seems like a pretty strong position. Yeah, misses a cube as trailer there. 6-2 is going to cover. This could easily be too much for Michi to take at this point. We'll see if Michael finds this cube. Playing on too good is okay here. I wonder if he's thinking of it that way.
It's been a wild match already. I mean, every match I played this week has been wild.
Still not quite too good. 3s. I think there's just barely enough room without having to switch. Usually not worth giving those up. Yeah, I don't know. He just must not see that he can play 23-20 with one of them. Costly oversight there. 6-3. Cannot move from the back. There is no 6, though, so now it can step up, yeah. So finally finds this available 3. Very nice. 5-2 can't enter. And still missing some cubes here, but it's not as strong as it used to be. 6-5 is going to run around. Very nice. 5-6 misses. What do we think we have now? Back to pass territory. 2-1. Do we need to go for the flexibility and come off the 20 right away? I think so. No, we should just clean up. Guess we're going to cash anyway, so it's probably like a cube location issue. Yeah, coming off wins more games, wins more gammons, everything. But 9-6 is safe and allows us to cash the game next roll. Another fan. Let's see if he's ready to send it yet. Here it comes. Michi gonna pass, and we're gonna move on to 7 away, 8 away.
Representing. What's happened?
Yeah. The clock was running. Yeah, it was running. I dropped the cube and I think I saw it. I know, but it was running. I didn't touch it. I didn't realize. I just realized. That yeah. It's strange. Maybe I thought I pushed, but maybe I didn't.
All right, back at it. And at this leading score, often running can be best, but he's going to go for the split, okay. I think 4-2 is going to hit. 3-6 returns fire. 2-1 is going to hit again, okay. 5-4 can hit on the 18. And 4 checkers back for Michael to start. 4-1, yeah, I think it's time to hit on the 5 point instead of the bar point. Don't want to give up a point to hit. 1-6 looks like, oh, it's 3-6. So yeah, let's just try to find mobility and run on out. We've got less checkers back and that blot to deal with in board, so let's just try to consolidate our racing lead. The 9-3 is interesting. I guess there's some duplication ideas here. I'm not sure I would find that though, because he doesn't have 5s otherwise too. It seems like a difficult tactical play to find to me. 5-1, 5 gets to hit and 1 gets to cover. So there's a reason to not leave the 5. 1-2 gets to link up blots. Michi's still trying to find a simple game here with the weaker board and less checkers back. 4-3 can link up and make another blocking point. Oh, it can make the 20. Yeah, that's probably better. 3-1 gets to hit. Buy a little time to move around. Is this double 2s? It's going to go ahead and hit with the better board. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Can't reestablish the anchor, so he's going to choose to step up one there. Okay. I'm not sure what to do with the last deuce there. 3-2 can make an anchor. He wants to run off that soon with the racing lead, but it's not a big racing lead anymore, so I think that's fine to have. Needs to work on his board somehow, and Michael going to have an anchor of his own. I think cleaning up to the midpoint could be fine, but maybe 21-18 is okay as well. Yeah, really hate making stacks of 5, so... Okay, I mean, this is a way to make 2 points as well, but I think I'd rather have the best anchor. But this is a very close candidate. All of them look pretty good. Tough for humans to find those loose plays there, I think. Feels very normal to just clean up a blot and not have less things to deal with, and we don't see all the different numbers that are going to play awkwardly next roll as a result. 4-3. I wouldn't think he's ahead enough in the race to run off this, but okay. It's the next point to go, I guess, and he does have an anchor in the 16 in a way. So that's some incentive to go for it. 3-1. Well, we could remake it, but then we're stuck finding some ace somewhere. So I think maybe we could come in on the ace and play behind. I really don't know what to do with this. This is difficult. Stepping up seemed pretty reasonable as well. 6-4 can't do anything too bad. It can hit loose. Maybe we should just do that. Hit on the 3 from the midpoint. Oh, we can hit 8-4. Yeah, okay. Both look very strong. And 1-5. Can't hit. Can only mess up our distribution to the 8. Bummer. 5-2 can make the 4-point and hit loose again. Why not? Keep it going with the stronger board, I would think. Oh, he doesn't need to hit and break the 8-point to do it. Okay, he's got the racing lead. So why not just keep the structure? Yeah, fine. Should be coming up on a cube pretty quickly if he does it that way. Feels so natural to go for an attacking play here. Getting rid of the anchor I don't see the need for as much. Yeah. This is a tough one to pass up to me too. And aces is going to hit. And then step up, I suppose. Not much to do with that last ace anyway. 6 is fans, okay, and Michi gets a moment to try to scramble around hitting checkers to buy himself time against this better board. 4-1's a good start. 2-6 only enters 1, so he's looking to put a checker on the bar again and buy 1 extra roll. 6-1 does it with the loose checker too, beautiful. I think he wants to do that, but yeah, hits first and decides about remaking later. 4-5 enters 2. And 2-1. How can we clean up? We can play 10-8 and 23-22 and try to escape. Seems good to me. 6-5 can't hit, but it can establish an outfield point in the 15. Why not just make some points to get in the way and keep that checker back on the 23 for better contact as well, being that he's way down in the race. Has to leave a double shot to make the bar point. He could just play behind and leave nothing. It's tempting to find 22-16 with this, but then we'd have to leave a double shot 8-7, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's the best we can do is unstack a stack of 5. We're not too worried to be a hit here either. We can still be ahead in the race. Opponent needs to bring a lot more material in the zone to have a really threatening attack.
I didn't know why I thought it was blocked. Everything focused on
6-5 can't hit again, so I think playing behind seems fine. Oh, 2 down in the way. Yeah, okay, it's got that much of a better board that he's just got to go for stuff. Playing to the deuce feels pretty natural, yeah. I don't know, I guess he's down enough in the race with the rack too. Okay, I can see it. Some of those really bold plays are tricky to find. 6-4. Can't cover. Maybe it's worth pointing out ahead since our 4 is so bad anyway. Hope our opponent enters higher and gives us room to play behind later. Gets a fan out of it. That's not so bad. 4-3, I guess. Yep, okay. And 4-1 gets to enter, and then I don't know what the ace should do. Probably just step up. Annoying. Opponent's board is too strong to banana split. We don't want to play back to the ace. What is it? Oh, he finds it's a 4-2 apparently. Okay. Yeah, then maybe that's good. 6-1. Still don't have a 1 we like, but I guess sure. Just running with a giant racing lead seems fine. 6 what? Must have missed, so like a 6-4? 6-4 or 6-2. 6-4. Yeah. 6-2. It is. Okay. Could just run, but it's going to give up a locking point instead. Okay. 5-4 can get to safety, so probably we just do that. Michi looking for the simple game right now, being well ahead in the race and outboarded. 3-1 would like to slot the next best point, I think. I don't understand this switchy thing. Sure, this is probably fine too. Buy some mobility stepping up. But it does give Michi room to unstack the 6 safely like this, unfortunately. 6-1. probably fine to leave deuces or aces by running here. Yeah, could slot the 3.2. Says 3-6. Hard to see right now. Looks like it's going to have to leave a shot if it is. So I guess we're going to be stuck covering the point. Yeah, I think that's the best we can do. Might as well make a 4-point board. Double shot coming. Ace-6 is going to hit. Life after death here for sure, though. I think it's going to continue into the 6, and we'll see if Michi can find that 2 from the roof. Or just escape with still plenty of pip lead. Was he thinking about not hitting here? I guess against the better board, he's got to at least consider it. But he's down so much in the race that I think he has to try here. 3-1, I think entering on the ace allows us to cover, and that's worth more than the mobility. And it keeps pressure on the blot if Michael can't cover it with a 4 or deuce. 4 deuce or 9. Now the other play is to shift. Okay, so he's going to consider whether or not the mobility is worth it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one to pick. I guess I'm not completely certain of that. There's a couple aces that hit and cover. But having the 5-point board just seems so valuable for when we're about to have to leave points next time and have... Yeah, there's going to be contact coming. So I think it's nice tactically to have the pressure for a roll. And it's nice tactically just to have a 5-point board for now. Ends up staying high instead and making sure that he has a way to run next roll. Probably not too big of a difference. Yeah, pretty close. 6-3. Good merit reasons for both. 6-3 can cover, but it would have to leave a deuce shot, which is duplicated. Is that worth it? The 6 has to leave a shot no matter what, so yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. And the deuce hits and the ace can lift, I guess? I don't think we want to be hit against this strong board. We have a lot of blots around, too. 3-6 fans. And Michi with the advantage, but still a lot of work to do to bring these checkers around, so I don't think we're anywhere really near a cube. 5-4 can't really link any checkers up. So how do we want to run here and deal with this? Is there any duplication ideas? I don't really see any. I guess the 4 could come out and be an indirect range, so 22 to 18 is something. Or 17, I guess I like that. Keeps the 4 duplicated to hit out there too, okay. Or could. Misses that opportunity though. The 4 is duplicated to hit. Coming in there, okay. And what was this? This was 5-2. Has to stack up. 5-2 is going to link over here too, okay. And 5-1. Out in slot. 20 to 14 for a little additional indirect contact is worth something too. That's very interesting. When he doesn't roll a 7, I guess we're happier that and doesn't get by. But it seems like such an efficient use of the checker to play 4 to 3. Kind of surprising to me. All right, and after that, he feels like he has market loss and is going to get the cube in. Easy take for Michael, it would seem. And 5-1, I guess it was. Yeah, clears a point. Okay. And 5-3 reaches and hits. Okay. So we got a turnaround and some recubes, but no, Michi's going to go ahead and hit from the bar. See if Michael can find a 4 from the bar now. He does. Okay. And now there's maybe even gammons in this position. I think the 5 should just pop out for mobility most likely. What does Michi find? Maybe we're still going to claim this if he doesn't enter. Yeah, maybe it's not too good. But it's right on the borderline. And so he does take the roll. Okay. 6-4. Can't hit, but it can link up 2 blots. Yeah, I like that idea. Everything's indirect anyway, so maybe keeping more and coming in. Yeah, okay. I like that too. Allows to attack and try to close out a little better. Yeah, it's probably better. 2-6 fans again. 5-2 is going to hit. And now he's definitely too good. By a lot. Can Michi enter fast enough to create an anchor? Before he is closed out, 6-3 can make the ace point. I think it's worth doing. Even though it's out of order and leaves the 3-point open. There are more fanning numbers. Another fan from Michi. 6 what? Looks like a 6-4. Sure, why not 2 out? You could bring one into building range. Yeah, actually, it's probably better to put it on the 5 right now. But 2 out must be fine, too. All right, it looks like XG actually prefers his play. 5-1. Let's get something in 6 range. So that's going to be 14-9, and then any old ace. I like keeping the 6s to cover instead, but sure. Okay. Double 6s would have worked if we stacked up instead. 4-3 can make the 9, which makes some closing numbers, but this also creates another number to close out, or a lot of them. 4s are working, so I think that's probably a little better here. 3-2 cannot close out, so I guess we're keeping all our builders in place and shuffling from the back. Maybe he's worried about double 6s here, though, which would blot on the 3. Still going to do it with the ideal play here, apparently. It seems very human to just play from the back. I like that. Not sure what would be better about 7-5 exactly. I guess it gets double aces. 5-4 still can't close. All right, starting to roll in there. Double 4s looks awkward. Another fan from Michi. 5-1 still can't close. Finds the right distribution ace, 6-5. 3-1 plays in and looking for small numbers to close out. 3-6 is not it. 6 off, and then I guess we start to clear from the rear with 5-2. Even though it turns not even, I think it's better to play there than to leave the inner gap by stripping the 4. Another fan from Michi, only 2 uncloses. 4s, I guess this is gonna... Okay, just pure clearing. Yeah, maybe. We could take a bunch of checkers off and try to win a gammon too. We get a fan. 4-2 has to clear out of order now. And 4-2 enters and keeps a bunch of good contact with an amoeba split. And there are quite a few numbers, 1s and 2s included, that'll leave a shot. That's not one of them. Clears safely. And I think this should be enough to win a gammon in 4 points for Michael. Yeah, almost 50-50. So whoever rolls big numbers are a set. 4-6 makes it all the way. 2 crossovers exactly. Beautiful. It's a lot of 6s left though, so they're going to be tough crossovers. Double 3s is a good way to get a lot of tough 6s. Probably all the way 18 to in. He wants to play 8-5 maybe though. Yeah, okay. Reasonable. And double 6s is going to do a lot of good work there. Michi just needs a big crossover here. 4-3 gets to the 5, and that should save just about all gammons. I think everything works from there. As long as his opponent doesn't roll a set, I don't see a missing number. 4-2 doesn't get there. And so no gammon. And on we go to 7 away, 6 away. Six one gets to make the bar points. Okay. 6-3, probably gonna split and cover with the 6. And 6-1. I guess they could both come up. Oh, we could go for the minor split too. Yeah. Okay, that works. 3-6. Is this just gonna want to run? Find mobility here. I don't see a good 6 otherwise, unless we're attacking. Be nice to make the anchor. I guess we could hit loose afterward on the deuce. It just feels a little weird. I think I would just pop out here. Look at that, though. The hit's good. Definitely feels like a confusing one. Neither of them looks particularly ideal. We do have a little bit better board, making the attack a little bit better than usual. We get to keep an anchor when we do it, too. So, okay. 3-6 misses the shot. Just pops right out in a relatively even race. Best chance is probably mobility. 6s can come around and hit, but then it's going to leave the blot on the deuce exposed. So if we hit and cover, we could come out twice and just make the bar point, or come in. I don't know. I don't see anything safe enough. So I think we're going to hit cover and figure out the last one. Yeah, I like that. And only indirects. 3-6 is one of them, though, and hits. Michi's still in very good shape in this game. 5 could tempo hit or cover the 8. And since we're going to leave a bunch of shots, maybe the tempo hit's worth a little bit more here. Yeah, both really close, though. Also, we made the deuce, so we want the 8 a little bit less now. I don't see many plays where we're not going to end up entering deep here. He wants to think about this, and I guess if we make this play 6-5 must be the only thing. But we could duplicate a little bit the 2s by advancing. Interesting. Seems a little passive somehow. Ace 2 can point on head or hit twice. I think making the 5 point must be a lot better. Hitting twice is a good option too, though. No bad plays here. Thank you, sir. Water service arrives. We're thinking about just cleaning up, though. This seems way too passive. I think there's rain coming. Finally, it's going to be less humid, I guess. Or maybe not. It just stays humid. Only one in for Michi. Okay, under the gun here. But has the better board, so protected that way. I don't see any hits, but he can make the anchor. Looks pretty good. 2-6 gets to enter and hit on the 14. Michi back in the driver's seat. Threatening a lot. Could have cubes on a fan here, I think. 3-1. Can't hit anything, but it gets the lift, so there's less threat here now, so I think he's got to wait. Got work to do. 4-2 gets the link up with the 8. Nice landing point for a holding game. We didn't care about it when our opponent didn't have an anchor. Now that they do, we need it to kind of bridge our midpoint home. 2-1 is going to extend the prime for Michael. Beautiful shot for him. And 3-5 can't see the light yet. I guess, yeah, making, oh, he's going to just play down, but making a strong board point seems good too. Since our opponent isn't too excited to hit with the 4 and leave their anchor against a 4-point board. 1s and 2s to step up. I think he'll use it, and the 4 can play 6 to deuce. But he's going to tempo hit instead. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Being at the edge and getting attacked by all those numbers is a big problem. Still work to do to escape here for Michi after the fan. 6-3 cannot cover, but it can at least half run. I guess we're going to make another blot 13-10 afterwards. Don't see any other plays, but it's not exactly what we were thinking of. Introducing new blots and not getting to safety, still having the shot and board. 5-6. Can't enter. Things are looking good for Michi now. He's ready to send it. Clear double, clear take. Okay. Lots of gammons in this position. I'm surprised how high the gammons are and that it's already time. Going to go ahead and take. Nice from Michael. 5-1 gets to cover. And then the ace. I guess we're already probably 10-9 because we want to stay on the 3 is what I would think. So when we stay on the 15, 3s enter and 3s hit, and that's the only duplication idea that I can really find there. Not a lot of difference between being on the 10 and the 9. 5s and 6s are both diversified from numbers that enter. All right, I think the idea with this is just to get it closer to home and safety more often, but yeah, misses small opportunity there. Still can't enter Michael, so still under a lot of gammon pressure. What is the best way to deal with this? After we come around, I don't know what the deuce is. I guess we just come to the 8 probably? Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose so. We're blocking some 6s and things like that. 3s can come in and make the 4-point. Or you can, yeah, I guess the 10 is part of the prime. So that looks good too, and just slot with the last one. All fine options. I don't think we want to advance out for weaker contact here, though. I think the 21 point is the place of best contact against the 8 and the 10 here. And we give Michi a little bit too much freedom when we leave there. Should be easy to clean up. If he can just safety those 2 blots, then it's not too hard to clear the 10 and the 8. Okay. 6-2 can clean up one of these blots at least. Yeah, it just goes from the back. Sure, sure. And it's only indirects that he leaves. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. That 8 is going to reach. And I guess otherwise we're bringing builders down to try to make the bar point and the 3-point. Okay. Makes the 9. Yeah, the 9 seems valuable, actually. I think I like that a lot. Saw XG like the other play, but I think that's probably what I ended up making. I would have ended up making myself, too. All right, not going to pause to think about the cube. I guess that seems reasonable. Too close or too much racing deficit. 5-3. Does he need to break a point to hit here, or should he rely on his prime? I think he can rely on his prime for a roll, would be my idea here. Hope to follow up with something cleaner next time. 3-1. This is going to clear some point. We could cover the 3 behind by clearing the 6. Maybe it's best to just get rid of the 8, though. That seems like the natural play. Yeah, somehow clearing the 6 is right, though. We're ready to hit when we do that. Oh, instead he's going to bury to the ace. Yeah, okay. Understandable why we do that. And Michael must have... Is hitting going to be enough to lose his market, or like pointing on head? Not super clear here, yeah. Especially at the match lead, too, he has to wait. Sorry, I forgot that he was 6 away against Michi's 7 away, too, so he has to be very careful about sending this 4 cube. So, but here it comes. He's going to gamble on this, and I think Michi's going to find a take here. Snaps it up. And if one of these players can find a gammon, which is not going to happen too often, this could be the match on this game. Or if Michi gets a recubed 8. 6-4 is going to have some incentive to hit, but it has to break to do it. I don't think he can afford to leave his anchor like this, can he? Oh, yeah, he can. Keep the priming structure in front. Okay. Nice find. And Michi's already ready to think about a recube? Can that possibly be right? Wow, it's not far off at all. That's really amazing. He's an underdog, and he's still only 52. That's really surprising. I didn't know that the overage mattered this much on this one. And I guess maybe he's just going to lose a lot of gammons when it goes wrong anyway. No, it's not that much. This is just take point stuff. Okay. Surprising to me, but Michi's got a sharp eye for this. And correctly weights, but also is correct in thinking about it because it was close. What does a 4-2 need to do? It's got such a racing lead that maybe just popping out to the 18 is best and we could lift the blot. Seems like the simplest path home. And with Michi's finger on the trigger, it seems like we could easily see an 8 cube in this game, especially if he's missed here. We'll see what Michael would want to do with it in that case too. That's a tough decision. Play B must be some sort of hitting, but it leaves a lot of shots against way pure board, and we have a dead checker already. I think it's hard to figure out. I mean, this would probably end up lifting and bearing a checker anyway, which seems weird to go for an attacking game plan then. But he's going to check it out. Probably has some extra clock time now that they're close to the end of the game, but I think he's going to go for the simple racing play here. I expect him to find this. Just sees that it's so many shots anyway, and I guess this feels like reducing shots in a way. 3s and some entering 4s where it's like, just feels like all numbers the other way, but the 4-2-1, it's a lot of numbers, but it's less devastating when you're hit 2. Wow, it looks like he really wants to make this hitting play. Okay. It's just hard to see what it buys him. Like, how do you follow up from this? You're still just begging for a 4 to escape, and you don't have much time to do it. Your 4s cover now as well. Even when you do cover, your opponent can just enter on the 4 and be threatening you. So it's the follow-up looks really weak here. Starting to get a collection of spectators around the board too. That's always fun. Man, he just can't bring himself to make the safe play. Very interesting. I mean, I know he's very capable of going through all the rolls and counting and comparing that way, so I think he's just taking his time to see it that way. So it's worth spending this kind of clock time for a player like him for sure. Maybe he just doesn't like the play and he's going to resign. I guess I didn't really look at just clearing the 7. That actually looks like a nice play B to me. Finds this. And 6-5 misses. So a huge upside on something like this. 5 going to come out for contact, he says, and the 6 in. And here comes the 8 cube. And what is Michael going to do with this? It's still a take because of the contacts. That is tricky. It's a lot of pips in the race. I wasn't sure about that when it came up. But yeah, this is kind of similar. It's 9 pips away, so Very often he's going to get at least a direct shot. And his board's very good for it. And he can still win the race too. But he's going to let it go. Okay. And so we are going to move on to 3-away, 6-away. Lead for Michi. Split to open up at the trailing score. We'll see if Michael adjusts with aggressive cubes. Michi going to put that idea to bed with double sixes to start and a big advantage. See what Michael can come back with. 3-2 is going to make the 11. Maybe the anchor is worth more there. I don't know. Very close. 3-2 feels like it wants to double hit even though we're ahead in the race. Just try to find some way to bring this home. But he's just going to play down to the 8 instead. Okay, yeah, very close. Hard to justify gammonish plays at a 3-away score line for sure. 2-6 can anchor. And I guess the 6 should want to slot the 5 and break the point, I would think, to stay pure. But okay, playing 8-2 is fine as well to keep that 11 point. But the anchor important here. He does need some sort of protection to not just be down in the race, down in position with his opponent with an advanced anchor. We either got to make a board really fast after double sixes, or we need to anchor up and have that defense. Apparently this is a close candidate too, okay. Yeah, so all plays are fine there. Fun. 4-2, doesn't need to hit, we're already ahead in the race. We can just make a board point. Challenge our opponent to clean their position up. 4-6, can't quite reach with the cover. I guess I'm happy to leave a blot in front and cover the 4 though. I like this play quite a bit. Tempt our opponent to leave their anchor, and with that roll I think he'll do it. I think it's feels like the time, not so many returns, only a 2-point board. Gets the sender another checker back. Interesting, very close option just to play 2 down and try to build a 5-point though too. Yeah, this kind of leading score, he just really wants to sit on the anchor and make sure he has that. So quite tempted to avoid the hit even with all the wins and gammons at games. We wants to look at the double falcon. It seems too good to just clean up a blot and only have one to deal with. Maybe it's getting late at night for Michi. He's spending a lot of time on these various plays. They are close, but it seems like he could be getting into clock trouble very easily. I know I'm tired. I could definitely see how it's taking him a little longer to work this out. 8 o'clock tennis, Phil, you said?
8 o'clock tennis.
Maybe. I feel like getting in the gym, too. I doubt I'll have time either way. I'll probably be sleeping.
You seen the gym over here?
I did, yeah. Thanks, man. All right, not too big of a miss there. But yeah, really just worried about the score there. So I think he thought he seemed like just a difficult, like a real problem to sort out. And so I think that's why he's spending the time on that one. A real score dilemma. Yeah, I would think covering, but look at this. It actually is his first instinct to step up and try to see the light is the right one. Tricky. Seems very natural to just make the 10. I guess there's a lot of 3 duplications, so we can kind of afford to leave that. Yeah, okay, and he already showed us that he doesn't want to leave the anchor. So sure, let's just slot a point and leave it there. Wow, very nice find by Michael. I don't think I would find a play that bold here. To what? Double twos. Okay, releases some contact. And I think now that he's stepped up, switching 7 to 5 seems pretty strong, doesn't it? Just wants to clean up, though, and play quiet. Okay, not a bad play. A little bit extra priming value. 6-2 cannot hit. Doesn't... I guess it can try to escape. Does it want to do that? This is only a 1 and indirects otherwise. 1s are duplicated with pointing numbers. Sure, it kind of gets out of the way. I guess it seems okay. And down in the race, Michi, even with the lead, wants to think about if he's going to lose his market when he hits with an ace. Still some board building to do. Seems pretty reasonable, though. It seems like a strong position, and best Michael can do is be missed and escape to a losing race. So yeah, it seems quite reasonable. Probably a money cube, but we can see at the score we got to wait a little bit longer. I wouldn't mind seeing it here, though. We'll see what Michi chooses to do. Yeah, okay, and on a higher analysis level, it actually does like the cube. But rolling through at these scores, always the safest thing to do. Only leaves 5, 4, and 3, 6. What is this? 5 what? 5, 5. Makes its way all the way around, only down 7 pips. A little bit of contact, so definitely takeable. But would like to find some way to create more, but keeping a single checker back just isn't the way to do that. So, like his decision, 6-2 is going to start. Oh yeah, we're just going to start focusing on race and trying to wait and hopefully you get to escape the contact. 6-1 plays in, sure. 4-1 can make both points just in case there is contact. Michael going to catch up on the pip count, realize he's down and doesn't have any cube to think about. Four one can just start the next point, I suppose. Spreads out for distribution instead. That should be fine as well. 5-4 can't escape yet. Can make the next point in order, though. I would do that, too. Not sure why you should bring extra checkers in here. 6-2 can make the deuce point. Sure. 3-5. I don't think volunteering an ace is worth it. But it is a way, it might be the least shots that he gets to send, so he's got to think about it a little bit. 4-3 depends if Michael has enough time to maintain contact, and it kind of looks like he does here, but he can still roll a set or roll a 6-5 or something like that, so better to just wait. And Michael needs to buy time by clearing the 11 safely. Okay.
I'll bet on him right now so I don't see it. Not singles, I'll bet on him so I don't see it. Huh? $500. Okay.
Six three still can't clear safely, but he has to start breaking his board, so maybe it is worth volunteering an ace now while there's a blotting board while it's duplicated. I think I would go for it, yeah. Doesn't want to do it yet, though. Okay. And 6-3 gets to clear safely. What can Michi find? 6-5 to clear safely. Okay. 21 pip lead. Cube coming. 5-1 is going to take 2 crossovers. Looks like a double and pass. Move on to 2 away, 6 away.
One second, Rory. 1 second, Rory. 1 second, guys.
Does have to take the time to count the pips right, though, to get this one. And if he's off by... I mean, it's easy to just accidentally be off by 10 and think you're only down 5 pips instead, in which case he'd have a pretty clear take. So hopefully he's taking his time to be very careful about this and make sure he gets it right. Also trailing, he might be thinking that he needs to take it, and he is going to take it. Wow, okay. So taking deep, this is an easy mistake to make if you're not familiar with how the match score adjustment works, but you need to be a lot closer, a lot less risk to let him get to two-way than Crawford as well. So it's just too expensive to let him have that free point, basically. On recubes is where we start to see huge adjustments, but on initial cubes, not quite the same there, where you can take that deep. 6-4 is going to take 2 off. But, you know, I mean, when you're down in the match, it kind of feels like, well, I got to get lucky somewhere. So I guess he decided this was his place. Five is going to end it. Okay, and on to Crawford. 1 away, 6 away. And it's an even away score, so gammons are going to count. Michi's going to have to be careful about giving that up and giving an extra post-Crawford game up that way. And Michael Chai should be playing for it. Yep. David Wells is here correctly assessing that was a pass at that score still. 5-3 is going to make a point. Close to split, interesting. And 5-1 should split in response as well to challenge that stripped 8 point. Oh, 6-5. Weird. I guess maybe that's the more gammonish play at a gammon go kind of score. Not true gammon go, but maybe that's also why Michi was more incented to split than usual. 6s, okay. We regret splitting now. Going to turn into a blitz though, so I guess that's a fine result. And with a fan, okay, Michael's threatening to get the 2 points that he needs on this game.
Did it all hang out?
Yep. Brings extra checkers into the zone to continue the attack. Okay, Michi is entering well with an anchor.
Very well.
Gets to make a new point too. Aces is going to cover all the points and make a 5 prime. Pretty response too. Not sure about that 24-23. I guess it's a nice anchor to have against that 3 point, but it feels like we'd rather have flexibility right now as such a good prime. Just try to escape.
Agreed. You don't want to camp in there.
Yeah. 6 comes down in 2 splits. Yeah. We should play down instead. Okay. Wait. Why does he not? What did I miss here?
Splitting is right.
How does he not have the bar point though?
He misplayed double one.
Oh no, I misplayed double ones.
Oh.
Hopefully I can catch up and you can tell me what I missed. 5-4. What did I miss after this? This looks like a...
Yeah, he was forced to make the 23, wasn't he? Because of the double... Wasn't he forced to make... Yeah, he was forced to make the 23 with the double ones once you don't make the bar.
Oh, I thought he had like a 12 to 11 or something like that.
I think Michi still had the 13 point, so...
That could be.
I think he was forced into it.
I see. All right. 6-6 is going to do a lot of the escape work. And make the deuce, I guess, to avoid leaving a direct shot. And it's looking good for another game for Michael so far.
Great move from Michi.
Attacking could buy him some time to escape for sure. Needs a lot of 6s quickly, but Michael comes straight in with a 5-4. Pops out, needs a 6 and an ace now at the same time. 5-3 at least gets to make a nice board point. Oh, 5s come out for Michi too. Yeah. 6-4. We're ahead enough in the race that I don't think we need to worry about containing. So I think we just want to come into the 6 like that. Oh wow, XG does want to sit back and wait a little bit though.
That's surprising to me.
Yeah, same. This play looks good.
How close was it?
Probably reasonably. A little bit better, huh? Yeah, I don't know. It's a low play. And double sixes. Does this play? Yep. All right. A racing gammon. Is that what's in our future here? Only 3.7% right now. And I'm not sure Michi's going to know that it's time to run off the anchor yet, but with two dead checkers behind, probably.
I think he'll find it. It's
Yeah.
just the idea of breaking next row.
Yeah, I mean, he would have to, I mean, I guess he wouldn't have to break this roll, but he's close enough to it that it just seems not worth it. And only 9 pips outside, even if he's closed out, should be very few gammons. 5-1. I think we got to err on the side of safety because there's not enough gammons to play for.
Agreed.
I might not have found that safe play, though. I would have thought 6 off.
No, that's the safest.
Yeah, fair.
You're not winning a gammon.
All right. Michi must finally be under time pressure, I feel like. Feels like he's playing a little faster. Harder to keep up with on transcription. Playing very well, of course, as well. And
50.
yeah, Steven on the outside, too many shot levers. Same ideas there, just no gammons to play for. And Michi forced to leave with the 6 though is the only confusing part. So maybe you don't actually have to worry about safety so much.
You rolled it. 5-2.
Yeah, is it better to pick up the checker and take away half a roll? It's harder to
No,
clean
just-
up.
just
2
take
off
it
is good.
because
Yeah.
you can win enough. You think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to leave on the dances.
Yeah. 5th checker off when you're hit matters a lot too.
Yeah. And it's not any safer really.
Mm-hmm. 5-4. I guess it should stay 1 more roll because he can still win and not really risking any gammons. Wow, super close though.
You just don't win very often breaking that 6 point.
No, that's true. Hard to do. 5 checkers off. Can't close them out anymore.
Can't make a mistake though.
Yeah. It's amazing how often that's right, though. To just stay anyway and at least have some chance of winning. Okay, double 3s. So Michi just needs to... Not too many crossovers to get around. 6-5 will solve all that. And we should be going on to 1-away, 5-away post Crawford. He's ready to resign a single game with some 2-1s, okay?
You mean which one? My winning or you again?
Are you still undefeated in the main?
I am very defeated.
Oh, very defeated, okay. That means you're not alive in the consolation or last chance, or?
I will still be in the last chance.
Oh, okay, okay. Not in the consolation.
I
then.
lost to Michael Chai in there.
Oh, we got you, okay. So you have someone you're rooting for here, or?
No, not really.
Okay.
No horse. No horse.
Aces is a nice response from Michi. Here comes the cube. Not going to play any funny stuff. And simple automatic take for Michi, provided that he remembers that he is an odd number away. Or not. Maybe he's going to take it either way, actually, after that sequence. 2 and 5 down. I think he's a favorite, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not a free drop either. After he covers, should he play down or splits? He's going to play down.
Two down. You want the ammo, I think.
Okay. 5-1 would like to see the light, I think. And the 5 just looks bad no matter what. So I guess maybe I clean up 11 to 6 is better distribution. I really don't know.
I think 13-8, just because you want to have some opportunity to make some points.
Yeah. Strips the mid was the confusing part to me. But, yeah, that's fair.
It's extremely close.
Yeah. And 4-6 is going to hit. Should have cleaned up. Tried to tell you.
The driver's seat now.
5-6 fans. And yeah, if he can just hang on for this game, he'll have this match.
Michael
3-1.
would love to make some anchors.
Yeah. Steps up to try to escape with the racing lead. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And cleans up, puts another spare on the midpoint, reinforces. 5s remain awful, but now they can play behind at least. I guess not so bad.
Yeah, you'd much prefer to be able to get hit here.
Yeah, 6-4 can come around the bend. Beautiful shot from Michi. And double aces is going to have an insta-board. Does it need to step up actually at all? Maybe it is.
Seems like stepping up isn't the right idea here.
Seems like it saves gammons, but
What he's not trying to save a game.
Yeah.
Am I looking at the wrong side? No. Yeah.
No,
Michi-
this is tough. It is a
No,
little
it's
bit
right,
better to
it's
do
that
that,
tough.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it just because I guess it's pretty much pick him there.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that he's trying to achieve like the 5s to escape to a race or anything like that. So why do you want to be up there, right? More contact. But you do allow your opponent to maybe make the 4-point and prive you more effectively.
Yeah, and Michi's going to make the 4-point an awful lot with this pure position, right? He's going to
Yeah.
be able to bring down builders, and
Mm-hmm.
he does have a goalkeeper.
So now is the time to lock it up, I guess.
I guess the goalkeeper becomes more valuable when you make the 21 and he doesn't get the 4-point.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, so I think you should want to keep the goalkeeper here and just work on his board.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, his only real hope now is to hit a shot.
Yeah. Being down 23 pips in the race. David Wells with me, by the way, helping out, if I didn't say that already. Chooses to run, though. Okay, brings the contact to the outfield.
Kind
Making
of the
Michi.
wrong idea.
Yeah, I think it's going to make Michi's job a little bit easier. Not as far off as I might have thought. 6-1. Yeah, I don't think we want to allow our opponent to hit with a 4 and buy tempo to come home. 2-1. I guess we don't mind too much in a DMP game, though.
No, and then you could get a goalkeeper, which he had.
yeah, there we go. 5-1, sure, wants to make the 3-point, and then I guess the 7 sliding forward. That looks nice, yeah. Just simple rolling the structure forward kind of plays. This is gonna... Well, I'm surprised Michi doesn't want to come into the 6 there. I don't know why 3-2 would be any better, but should be fine. 4-3 makes the next point. And 6-4 can't clear safely yet, so I think we're going to lose our spares on the 8 and the 7, unless he wants to play one of the 4 inside somewhere. All close stuff now. 6-1. Yeah, I think the 6 is in, and then maybe we want to save a 6 by playing 6-5. I like that. 6-5. Clears safely. Beautiful roll for Michi. That solves a lot of problems. Very close to wrapping this match up now. Double aces. I think we can afford to wait and clear the points in order, but it's always nice to get rid of one. So he's going to at least think about 7. We're coming off the 7, I think.
Yeah, looks like the right idea.
Yeah.
Short of a 6-4, extraordinarily safe.
Mm-hmm. Think he needs to save a 6 again somehow. This looks like a fine way to do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
no,
even-
you shouldn't,
no,
actually.
it doesn't matter at this point. Your best chance is to roll a big set in the race.
Ah, just too robust of a position for Michi to play for contact, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the 5 would be too destructive on the other side, so he just needs to go here and hope he doesn't get pointed on. Or pick and pass for that matter, though pick and pass might not be the idea here either. Maybe Michi's happy to let him go. And what is this, 3-1? Yeah, so we're going to find out. I think that he should be... I guess you give up a double 6s, that brings him back in the game,
6-2
so...
is an immediate shot, and 5-2 clears to 5. So it looks like you're not supposed to
Just peel?
up 29 pips, 30 pips.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like you would peel, yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes
Anything that
sense.
doesn't, the hitting just doesn't really work.
Yeah, the follow-up looks too bad.
It looks too, yeah, it's too, you just, the guy starts dancing, you're going to have some awkward
Yeah.
numbers.
Even if your opponent rolls the double 6s, you're still doing well in this game, right?
Yeah.
So probably that's a lower risk here. Uses his little bit of clock time left to figure that one out. What's the shot lever here? 4 what?
There are no shot levers.
4-1? And he's going to peel from there? That seems like there must be some safer way to play. I don't know.
Yeah, there's just no bad rolls for a long time. You've got three deuces to play.
Okay.
Michael's best chance. Well, he's considering clearing the 5 because there are no shot numbers if you clear the 5 for a very long time. I don't think it matters much.
Mm-hmm. Clearing the 5 okay there. Saving a 6 on Michael's side, hoping for contact. Doesn't look like it's going to show up anytime soon, though. Michi nice and even. And I think he's got to keep the board here, but he's going to save the 6 instead. And he's right to apparently on a low ply. Interesting. 6-4, okay. So there could be a shot lever coming up, and he'll be there for it as a result of the last play. So good on him. 3-2 looks like 2 off. And 5s and 6s is going to force him to go. 4-1 allows him to stay, though.
Getting a bit
Yeah.
Yeah, the fat lady is beginning to starting her number.
All right. Going to need a miracle now. Two off, and it looks like Michi's got this, so he's going to resign. And there you have it. I don't know what round this is, but we should be pretty deep into it at this point. Well played match by both. Exciting stuff. Thanks for helping me, David. I've got to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to run. If you want to talk to people about anything,
But good commentary.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. We had a 4 cube. Yeah, and I was the underdog. So, yeah, I got lucky and I won that game. That gave a huge impact to the entire match. Yeah, that game was the biggest one.
At the end there, what made you decide on not hitting him?
Sorry?
At the end of the game there.
Oh, my 3-1?
Yeah, what made you right?
I wasn't sure. So I had enough racing lead. That's why I didn't hit. But maybe once he was double 6, double 5, I was not so good. So I'm unsure. Thank you.
Mind if I get a quick interview too, Meet?
Sure.
Awesome.
I see. Yeah.
Do you want to take a break? You want to take a break or you want to take a
Hi, everybody. Nick Blazier here with the day 1 recap from Jamaica, Ochos Rios, Friday. Today we had action starting with the doubles at 1 p.m. And we got to watch a couple of those matchups, mostly following Michi and Antoinette on their way to the finals. And they have opponents in Avi and Richard, which I think the finals that'll be played on Sunday. And we started up our Masters jackpot as well at 6 p.m. this evening. We had a 16-player bracket, 14 entries, and we got to have 1 rebuy, and then we had 2 players that wanted to play a limited format. So we got to do a cool playoff to get one of them into the Masters bracket as well. What we got to watch on stream was the Michi show most of the day too there, and he was able to knock off Phil Simborg in the first round, got through Joey Issa, the main sponsor of this tournament. Both those 2 players are the reasons why this Jamaica tournament's going on right now, so thanks to both of them. And then couldn't quite hang on against Gary Caselny in the semifinals. Gary knocking him off to make it to the finals on that side. Bob Wachtel, before I walked away, was still alive in, I think, quarterfinals on the other side of the bracket, trying to make his way to the semis as well. So more action from that. That'll probably finish up later in the week. And tomorrow we're going to start with the main event with $500 entry, 4,000 added dollars. We're expecting around 40 players. We'll see exactly how many show up. Single elimination with one rebuy period too. So it should be an exciting format, and look forward to more streaming at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.